Yo, what is good, YouTubes? It's your boy Ray, and this is the Everyday City Carry. I have got my first guest with the Rodecaster Pro. I've got Jared from Neeve's Knives on the pod tonight. How's it going, my friend?
Not bad. How you doing, brother?
Good, good. Cheers to you, buddy. And
cheers to you.
Yes, cheers. I whipped out a new whiskey. I've never tried this whiskey before. This is Suntory whiskey from Japan.
Okay, so I wasn't informed about the whiskey. I would have brought whiskey myself, but
holy shit,
I wasn't informed about the whiskey drinking tonight. Why didn't I bring a cup? Damn it,
bro. This is one of the smoothest whiskeys I've ever tried, which is funny because it actually is cheaper than Bullet and I think cheaper than Makers. It was $38 for a 750 ml.
What state is it made in? What state is it made in? Because it has to be USA if it's whiskey.
In Japan, bro.
It's not real whiskey then.
I don't know.
Whiskey, right? You said whiskey?
It's whiskey. It's Japanese whiskey. It has to be from Kentucky or whatever, right? What is it? Tennessee or Kentucky or something?
Well,
Kentucky is bourbon, right?
Well, no, you can have bourbon. Like I make bourbon. Like that's why I work. I work in a distillery, and yeah, you can have so whiskey has to be made in the USA and it has to be in the barrel for over 3 years.
Yes.
Like that's the one thing. If it's before that, that's when it's bourbon. Like when you crack the barrel early.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like I'm not a professional on it or nothing, but like tequila has to be made in Mexico. Like we tried making it, and we just legally can't put tequila on it. Because we're not in Mexico.
Oh shit! So that's probably why on the bottle I was wondering this, because Suntory is a big company, right? I looked them up, I googled them, and on the bottle it says whiskey without an E. It's like,
oh, okay, that makes sense. There you go.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been drinking whiskey for every podcast, and I pretty much just drink whiskey. That's it. I don't really drink beer that much. I think I've had one beer probably in the entirety of 2021, but whiskey I'll drink like, casually, and I drink it neat. This is smooth, bro. Yeah, bro. This is a vape safe zone. You could vape on camera.
Thank you.
Like the sponsors aren't watching.
So with the whiskey though, are you you're drinking it right now? Did you say you're just drinking it just plain, no ice, no nothing, just
this is my the cheapo in me comes out when I have a drink outside. So when I get a drink like at a bar or like I don't know, like at a restaurant when I'm eating with Kelly or something, I will have I'll have it on the rocks. Not because I enjoy it, but because I'm gonna nurse that shit because it's probably $18.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could have gone two fucking like 3 appetizers or like another entree for this price, so I like nurse that shit and I chew the ice and all that. But normally I like to drink it neat so I can get the flavor, whether it's bourbon or whiskey. I don't like scotch though. I've tried scotch before. I've tried really good ones. I'm not as big of a fan of it.
What about gin?
I like to drink gin with a little bit of club soda.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. So gin and tonic water. Sometimes I'll do that. Like when we went to Comic-Con, I took Poland Spring bottles, those big ones that are like this big, and I just put like gin and tonics in it. Nice. And I went to Comic-Con and I was just drinking it and people thought it was water. Even though you can bring alcohol to Comic-Con. New York City Comic-Con is lit because you can bring your own food.
You can drink in there?
Yes.
There? I've never been there, so I don't know.
It's pretty, like if you're a nerd of any type, whether it's gaming, comic book or anime or just like fucking old school Nickelodeon cartoons or something,
or just enjoy having a good time.
Yeah, you could bring food, bro. So what Kelly and I do is we bring like fucking sandwiches and like alcohol, so we don't pay for any of that because it's expensive there and the food isn't that good anyway.
Right.
But they do have food trucks now and those are pretty amazing, but still expensive.
It's weird they let you do that because most events, that's where their money's made is with food and drinks. So they ain't letting nothing through the door because they want you thirsty. They want you hungry. You know what I mean? Like Six Flags. We're not far from Six Flags.
Yeah.
You can't go in with anything. But when you go in there, oh man, you're talking about like
you like Six Flags?
Well, I mean, I've grown up by it. So
yeah.
that's not far
You
from me.
know, before we get into some knife talk, because I do want to get into knife talk with you, because what I planned for the show is I made new segments that I may do forever, or I may do only for this episode.
Okay.
And just for you, because I wanted
I
to.
love it.
I don't talk about knives as much, but whenever you're on, I usually talk about them a little bit more.
Yeah.
Before we start, I am going to show you, since we were on the topic of Six Flags, I don't know if you saw this clip, and I'm going to see if I can find it right now. Let's see. What the fuck is it? Is it this one? No, it's not this. Sorry. Give me 1 second. I played it on the live show last night, and it was like really fucked up. It has to do with amusement park rides.
Okay.
Let's see if I can fucking find it. Oh man, I don't know if I can, yo. Damn it, dude. Is it this one?
Tana's energy vortex is a gravity.
Nope. All right, let's just give up on it, because I don't have it clearly labeled.
Is it from TikTok?
Yes. So
Okay.
what I like to do on the show is convince knife people that TikTok is awesome. So
Okay. I mean, I have TikTok. I mean, I don't have a TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, I go on TikTok and
I have two, like a survival clip and a clip from like a blacksmith that I'm going to show to you. That's from TikTok.
Yeah.
But you know what? Show me some knives that you've been like super excited about that you have on you right now.
I got a bunch on me right now, and I actually had some knife questions for you if you ever want to get into it.
Okay,
So
yeah, let's do it.
right now, I got a lot of things next to me, but I'll just pull out a few. I got the Concept Convict, since I'm an ex-convict, so I love the name of it, and it's only got a thumb stud on one side, the thumb thing, and you can't flip it over. I try telling people all the time you can't flip it over, but it is stupid smooth. You can feel the quality, and it is really good quality. And it's designed by Sheepdog. Sheepdog.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's kind of what's awesome about it. What's that?
It's like Matt something.
I don't know his name, but you know the Kaiser
knives,
Sheepdog.
Right? Yeah.
So they just did. Yeah, they did some designs with Concept, because as you know, I'm sure Concept used to be with Kaiser.
Yeah, it's Tim Ning's joint, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So since they separated, now a lot of these designers are doing designs with both companies. So you got like Dirk Pinkerton. He's got designs that are very similar from both of them, and it's kind of just like, who's doing it better? I got another Sheepdog here. Now this one's from Kaiser. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the Deviant, because I'm a Deviant. But this is another one, man. This thing is awesome. I got the copper in my Carta and M390. Wow. Now you can get this for, I forget the price. It's like, I think it might be 150 or less. It might be less than that.
150 is primo for that. That's awesome.
Well, the 20 CV, this one's 130. This one is the Concept, the Kaiser October, and it's 20 CV and my Carta. And you can get this for like $120, $130.
Nice.
And yeah, it's a really nice one.
Yeah.
It's a flipper and a flicker. It comes in black micarta and then this red micarta, which is really sweet. Now, I've talked about this a little bit.
You know, it's funny. I like that you're showing me Kaisers right now, because I almost feel like I didn't see these designs on Instagram, but I almost feel like a lot of the Kaiser stuff that I'm seeing, I'm like, man, this is trash, bro. But those are sick. You just showed me right now. Those are sick, though.
Dude, they have the last couple, I don't even want to say couple months, last few months have been dropping some heat.
Oh,
shit. They changed their pivot system on not them, where they're doing like this new bearing system. Basically, all they're doing is they moved the pivot all the way as far as you can to the opposite side of the knife. So like the pivot system as tight as they can get this way, like towards the ass end of the blade, they go. So basically all the weight is towards the front. So when you unlock it, all the weight is towards the blade to make it just drop. So they did that, and then they polished it. So the bearings are spinning on a polished surface. Some of them they changed the bearings on, but then they also, on some of them, they made these little notches on the top of the blade where you can drip oil down in. But as an effect from making those little notches that you can drip oil in, it helps you also flush it out and clean it out, without taking it apart. it also takes more weight off from that side.
Yeah.
So it makes it where some of these knives that are very light blades are stupid smooth. It almost doesn't make sense. Like you get it in hand, you're like, how is this so smooth? And there's no play, no nothing. So they've been, and their designs have been killer too. So it's not even just like the build quality and everything. They've been doing a really good job.
I think I've only been seeing some of the weird ones where I was
maybe,
like, I don't like that. You know what I mean?
I finally got one that I seen on your channel, the M Stealth.
Oh, the M Stealth. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty sweet. I like that one.
Yeah, rounded, very good. I think very good fit and finish. I think there's some areas where it could have been better. The pocket clip for sure. It's fucking tight as fuck, bro.
The end is kind of pokey too.
Yeah.
But the blade is really nice. It's a hollow ground blade. The ergos, when you're just, if you're not gripping the back of it where it's pokey, if you're just gripping from the side, it's pretty comfortable. But for just a basic EDC, like I wouldn't call that a work knife. I wouldn't call that a lot of things, but just for a basic EDC knife, it's pretty sweet. And it has that that wore out look.
Yeah, and it's got like a crowned spine on the blade, which is like huge for a knife of that price point. You don't really see that.
Right.
Concept does it though.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They crown their blades all the time, and it's like, you know, man, maybe they are like competing with each other.
They
Dude,
definitely are.
They get Kim Ning in here, and he's just like, fuck Kaiser.
I'm waiting for some sort of beef to happen. Like I'm wondering, because I've always wondered this since that happened. Like, was there beef? Like, I have to imagine there was. I have to imagine, right?
This is what I've heard from the elites. I've heard that the CEO of Kaiser stepped down and his son took over. And then like him and Kim Ning had a thing. And then Kim Ning left with a bunch of people that work with him. And that's how Concept was formed. That's why Tangram Knives is kind of like not doing shit, because Tangram is all Kim Ning.
Right.
So that's what I've heard. I don't know how much proof there is. Kim Ning, if you watch my show, you are welcome to do this podcast. It'll be fucking sick, dude.
Well, I like them. I mean, I've been dealing with Concept quite a bit. They've been supporting the channel. They've been awesome. And like they've even sent me a knife. And I give companies a lot of credit when this happens. When they send me a knife and I bash it. Okay. And I didn't bash it bad. I don't want to make it seem like that, but there was an issue and I fixed it on the video. I showed how to fix it, blah, 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 blah. But the point is that they continued to send me knives afterwards, which shows a lot of confidence on their level and also shows that they want you to be honest, right? Yeah. They didn't come to me and say, hey, why did you say that? Yeah. I've had that happen. I've had it happen where companies get very upset when you start talking crap about something.
You got to be able to say what you have to say.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because it's going to come out in the wash. People are going to buy the knives and they'll be like, how the hell didn't you see this issue?
Yep.
Right? They're going to
you don't want that as a vulnerability for you as a content creator.
Never,
you know what I mean?
Never.
Dude, that's the thing, actually, is I want to congratulate you on your fucking rise, man. You've been on this grind, and I believed in you guys from day one, and I just knew things were going to happen. And like, you know, I wanted to ask, like, how did you do it?
To be honest, dude, I've been grinding. Yeah. I'm talking about, dude, hours and hours, 16 hours a day sometimes. I don't sleep sometimes. I mean, I'm literally waking up 5 a.m. I start doing stuff. I go to work. I get off work. I'm literally working while I'm working. Like when I take a break at work, I'm still working. I'm filming something for Instagram or I'm literally filming something that's going to be in a video. And then also I play the algorithm. That's another thing.
I don't fucking understand any of that. Okay, I don't understand any of it. I know that
I can explain it right now really easily, especially for 2021. Yeah. So that's the thing, is it changes like every year.
Yes.
So one thing with knives, and this is what you gotta understand about knives. So like if I do a knife review, right? A knife review, how many people are gonna type the exact name of this knife in? Quite a bit, but that's it. But you're gonna have many more type in just knife related things like type top 5 knives or best knife of the year.
Yeah.
Things like that, right?
Best knife of the year, ? Right? And it clicks that shit.
Yeah. And so if you do top 5s, top 10s, best knife this, great knife that, use those phrases, great, best, top.
Yep.
And do videos with multiple knives in it. Now you're going to have much more of a chance of somebody typing that in and finding your video rather than typing in concept convict, right?
Yeah.
What's the chances of that versus best knife ever or top 5 best knives? You're
What
gonna
about
have
like
so
the
much
best
more.
CRKT knife of all time or something? Like
Right, like something like that where
yeah.
you have a chance where it's not like a specific name. You're literally getting a much more bigger range of people that find it, and they also are more likely to buy the knife, see the knife. I get much more hits on my links on my top 5 videos, my top 10s, my best this reviews. Some of them get great views, but some of them don't, because you'll literally only have like say so many people that are typing that in 24 hours. You have your people that have the bell hit, right? They're going to watch, I thank them for always watching the content. But then there's the outliers, the people that aren't necessarily subscribed, or maybe they are, but they don't have the bell hit. So they literally have to type it in or constantly watch your channel for it to even pop up. So what you're trying to do is get it in front of people's eyes that don't watch or that do like knife content, but aren't necessarily looking up that exact name. Because like it's, the algorithm, just think about the chances of, the percentage of people, so that's one way. There's a bunch of
how much time do you spend on thumbnails? None.
No.
So here's where I think the problem with my channel is not that I am not a good personality online. I actually think like that is the best quality about my channel, is just like I just have this crazy personality and like I do entertaining shit, and whatever it is I'm doing, the people that like the channel are going to watch it. What I have a problem with right now is narrowing down what kind of content I want to make. Yeah. And lately, the most exciting things for me to do is podcasting and vlogs. I love vlogging. I love showing what Kelly and I are doing, and but I do not think about that title thing. I don't think about that.
You need to.
I'm gonna start doing that.
You have to. And, that's literally the cornerstone of people seeing and finding your content is just the title, because it has to play to YouTube's algorithm, and there's nothing wrong with it. Just like the people that love knife content, like if I put 5 great knives, right, I'm not going to put a piece of shit knife in there. I'm being honest. Those are 5 great knives that I think like if you want that style of knife, go for it, because it's a great purchase. And do
you do like 5 great EDC knives, or you just do 5 great knives?
One or the other, it doesn't matter. When I tag it though, because you have your tags. When I tag it,
what do you use to tag with, like TubeBuddy or some shit? Or
no, I literally, what I do is I pick the name of the title, and then I literally switch it around in every other way you could possibly do it, and then I add also other relatable like knife
things to that video,
EDC knife, pocket knife, folding knife, things like that.
Oh my god!
Because people are more likely. I had one guy. Or like a whole bunch of people, when I looked at my thing and how they found my channel, it was just from typing in just the word knife.
Damn.
So to me, it's like I gotta start putting that in. And
I gotta, you know what? I think that part of my game is very bad. Like the algorithm-y part, that is something that
you got to play the game. You'll lose every day of the week if you don't play. It's not even like. Because people think about it, sometimes they think about it as like they're selling out or something. It's like,
dude,
you have to.
I want to talk about that because that is one thing I absolutely really, really dislike about knife content creators on YouTube.
Me too.
Is they think that doing things like that is distasteful. And it's like even the old heads, bro, like even the elites, okay? Like they are so massive right now, right? And they could be even more massive. I'm talking like, you look at guys like Advanced Knife, bro, like a person that is clearly great online personality with like the editing and cinematic skills. He should have 1 million at the very least.
Yeah, he
could. At the very least. Then when you have guys like Best Damn EDC or Jeremy Sires or something, these guys that are bigger than Advanced Knife, bro, they don't have the cinematic chops and like script building chops that he has, but they're bigger than him.
Right.
Because of like, they don't want to sell out, I think, or they think that doing certain things is distasteful.
You want to stay true to yourself, but there's a way to do both.
Yes.
There's absolutely a
I
way to
mean,
do both.
I always say this. I'm like, yo, you know, if fucking Manscaped wants me to shave my balls on camera, like, I will do it for the fucking, you know, I'll censor it. And then there's not a lot there. I'm Asian, you know, like
the way I kind of look at it, because I heard somebody the other day, and it has nothing to do with the knife channel, but he said that, you know, he had lots of advertisers come to him and he refused all of them because he wasn't willing to buy their product. So and I understand that if I'm not willing to buy the product, so then finally he had one that he had already put money into. So it was a company that he actually liked. So he took them on. And that's great, right? Like, it's great to get supported by a company that you do trust. But at a certain point, right? At a certain point, when it's just an advertiser, they're paying you to advertise their product. I do think at a certain level you should trust it. It shouldn't be like against your morals or anything, but there are going to be some, like, say, like, put it this way. Let's say if like a taxing company, right? And I'm just shooting the shit, you know, want you to advertise your thing, and they're going to give you so much money per video when you talk about their taxing thing for 30 seconds or something. Why wouldn't you do that? Right? They're paying you to do it. It's a job. So, you know, are you going to absolutely be that trustworthy about that company? I don't know. But I mean, at a certain point, like, some things that are a little bit more forgivable. Now, if it's an actual product, I think you should know a little bit about it and actually care about that product. If you're advertising it, just like with the knives I do, you know.
So, like, my favorite podcast to listen to is probably Tim Dillon's podcast. He's a comedian. He says a lot of outrageous shit. It's hilarious. But, like, my goal in YouTube actually and content creation is to get to a point where I could fucking do ads like this guy and they will pay me for it. So I'm going to share with you a screen right now of this sheath underwear ad. Do you know what sheath underwear is?
No.
Okay, so it's like this it's like this style of underwear for both men and women, and like this guy who is an Iraqi war veteran invented it because his fucking balls were getting stuck to his leg because it's so hot in Iraq, and it has like a sheath in it, like for your balls, bro.
Okay.
So like, listen to this fucking ad, all right? It's so funny. We'll watch like maybe a minute of it.
Okay.
But he totally just trashes the guy who owns it and the underwear. And he gets paid like probably like, I don't know, $1,000, $2,000 a month for doing this.
Tim Dillon.
Right.
Off.
All right, hold on a second. I got to turn up my my thing here.
Sheath underwear is great.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to change my... I think I have to change my audio a little bit. That's playing. It's it should be in computer, right? Give me 1 second. I'm going to close this. Stop screen. This is I'm new at this shit, so you know.
No, go ahead, take your time. I trust me, I get it, bro. I struggle.
It works.
This is all right. This is one thing that I see that is whack about this. I cannot play another damn, that sucks. So I can't play a YouTube clip and allow you to hear it because I
thought I could hear it when you started playing it.
Oh, you could hear it?
Yeah, I thought so when you started it.
Oh,
play it again. Let me see, and I'll tell you.
All right, all right.
I did. Maybe I didn't.
Fuck? That is so weird. All right, so I'm gonna play it right now. Okay.
Yeah.
See if you. Do you hear something?
No. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't hear it. Sorry.
Shit. Okay.
But I can't see it either, though.
Hold on.
I can see.
Let me pull it up again. My bad. My bad. I can't hear it, but you fucking can. That's so stupid, bro. You can hear that shit, right?
And I like to
now I can hear it.
Businesses of the
I can hear it.
I can't. You know, I can't play it because
you can't hear it off of my microphone.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to mute you and see if it comes out.
The inventor Robert Patron.
No. All right. So that is one setback that I just learned right now. So when I have a guest on, I cannot play the YouTube video.
Do you think it has to do with my microphone?
No, it has to do with I am using the so there is like a channel on the Rodecaster that is basically for a USB connection. But since I am using that connection to hear your voice, I'm unable to. If I used I I could probably do it in a different way, which I'll learn how to do like later, but not right now. But anyway, like he trashes this. He's like this Iraqi war veteran who like murdered children and stuff while he was in Iraq. Decided to create this beautiful underwear. Like he goes on for like 5 minutes going hard on this. And since the guy is kind of like a fan of his show,
he understands. He gets his humor.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. See, I got a pretty twisted mind like that too. Yeah. So I get I love humor, right? I love humor. I love being humorous, right? And I like bringing humor to topics that are not humorable, right? Like they're just they're usually like fucked up topics, right? I don't care. I like that shit, right? You know. So I also like finding equal-minded people that also enjoy this stuff. And like say with my lives, right? I get pretty crazy. Like I talk a lot about my past, which I got a really colorful past. So a lot of things I talk about are crime related and jail related and running from the cops and things like that. Just crazy stuff. But I try to do it in a way where, people can follow along, listen, understand, but then it's kind of entertaining at the same time because I find it entertaining. So, but like with you, how you were saying like that, you were really trying to find like that spot, that place, and you really like doing podcasts, right? Yeah. I say do what you love, right? Do what you love, whatever it is, stick with that, but stick with that. And I say that because what'll happen over time, right? And it might take a little bit, but you will get groups of people that have the same mindset as you and think like you. And you have to think there's millions of those people, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But if you flip-flop, then you'll get people that don't know what they're getting into. So they'll have one video that they like, one video that's not their style. You want to be surrounded. Like that's why like with the knife channel, even with my lives, I do all knife talk until 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, that's when I tell stories. That's when I'll go into my past and things like that. So everybody knows at 9 o'clock, it's story time. But until then, I talk all knives. So anybody who wants knife stuff, they know they're getting knife stuff during the lives until that time. And at that time, they have 30 minutes of stories. And it makes it to where people don't, because I did mess up though. I was doing it where I was flip-flopping and people, I would watch the people and sometimes I'd get into subjects and people would be out. Like they're like, listen, I came here for knives, bro. But if they know what they're getting into and it's the same thing, over and over, they wind up understanding, and you wind up getting the people that are like you around surrounding you. And dude, you're funny as hell. You got the sound. You like, I got this mic because of you. Because I heard your audio and I listened to my own stuff. I was like, man, I'm messing up, man. This audio is too good
now. Like it sounds a lot better now. And definitely like I'm fucking proud of you guys, man. I'm proud of you, bro. Like the grind that you put on, like your ascent and stuff. And I just don't see any end in sight for you. Like you were just gonna keep like propelling upwards.
I'm definitely
that's the trajectory that I fucking see, and I'm sure everyone sees that too.
I'm putting in a lot of work.
Neeve's Knives has become a staple in the knife community on YouTube. Like that is 100%. You know what I'm saying?
That.
It's just fucking true. There's not one person who likes my stuff. When I mention Neve's Knives, they're like, "Oh, I fucking love Neve's Knives, man." I'm
That's
like,
awesome. That feels good. That is a really good feeling because I still feel like the person that just got into the community. I still feel like the person, like even you, like I know like our channel has grown past it, but I don't feel like that because I was watching your channel, like when I first started the channel, like I was watching, your channel. So like to me, you're bigger than my channel. Like that's what my mind thinks. I just started. Do you know what I mean though? Like that.
I do know exactly what you mean.
I feel like everybody else. And I'm not trying to say that like, oh, I feel like everybody else. I really mean that though. And I really appreciate everybody watching and giving us so much support because it has grown very fast. And I don't plan on letting it slow down. I want to keep going. I put in a lot of work, but I love this community. I am very passionate about it. Yeah. And I hope that people, if, they have, I guess, opinions, or if there's something they don't like, they just let me know so that I can help it and fix it,
Yeah, I mean, I think people love Neve's knives, bro. Excuse me while I'm on my phone. I'm trying to. I actually had this segment set up already.
Yeah,
It doesn't seem like I can share pictures through StreamYard, and I need to show you pictures. We're gonna play a segment called Sharp or Dull.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you some knives and ask you if they're sharp or dull. Sharp being awesome, dull being whack.
Okay.
And I've got a couple here, and we're both going to weigh in on it. And there's from different companies. And then I've got another one where I'm putting like two knives against each other, and then we'll see like which one is better. Kind of like not a debate club really, but
I get it.
Something
I love this shit. This is awesome.
Yeah, I see. That's what I'm saying. It's like even though like I'm a huge like I like podcasting a lot and vlogging and like gaming right now, and I think my channel is mainly gonna do that. But I like to do things like this where I'm using knife content to create these kind of like silly games that like I find entertaining. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right. So I've got one more picture to put on, and then we'll do it, and then we'll do the comparison one, and then this is the last one right here. Damn, so I can't share pictures on. I'm learning a lot of this shit from this shit right now. Okay, so we're gonna do this. I also have current events here. Where you and I love it.
I love it all.
Yeah. Okay, so I hope that I can zoom in on this. Okay, here we go. That's good. Thank you for being patient, bro. This is all new to me right now.
Dude, I struggle with my
capability is really fucking sick. I really like it a lot.
Which one are you paying for? The
$50.
I get it. Yeah.
So sharp or dull, okay? This is the Wee Knife Thug.
Okay, I'm gonna go sharp.
Yes. Okay.
Very sharp. Yeah, I'll go sharp with that. That looks very nice. I haven't tried it. It looks really good. I like that it has dual grind, a hollow and a flat. I'm not a big fan of the sharp range oil. The pivot collar looks pretty cool, and I like the finish on the handle.
Yeah, I think it's a really attractive looking knife. It's like definitely my speed. It's like not huge. It's like a 3-incher from what I know.
You can tell it's stubby.
Yeah, like one of those like short stubby tank knives, which is a class of knife that I really like, especially for where I live. It's like I really dig that. So we're going sharp on that, huh?
Yep, definitely.
All right, so we've got the next one here. This is the 0762, I think, by ZT.
Dull. I'm sorry.
Why do you think it's dull?
Okay, so this is more to do with ZT more than just the knife.
Okay,
I felt like they shit the bed this year.
Yes,
with designs, I think they could have done way better. Not just better designs, more designs, better designs, and I think they went just a little too out there with their designs, and we were expecting. Maybe it's just me, right? Maybe it was just me and nobody else. I personally was expecting a lot from ZT in 2021. I really expected them to step up to the plate and show what they're made of and show what they can do. And I think this is like they kind of went like futuristic or something. And it might be a great knife. I don't know, but like
weird marketing too. It's like, who are they marketing to? Like, have you seen the marketing videos? They're so fucking weird, bro.
Right. And
yeah,
they are like, they have done, from my perspective, they have a huge following, right? A huge following of people that they don't necessarily need a tank knife. It's not that. They just want a functional tool that looks good. And I'm not saying this ain't a functional tool that looks good, but they went way too far with the side of like looks and appeal versus how good is it as a tool. Because to me, I don't know. To me, this looks like something that I don't know, like something, and their price
like ZT has been making for the past year and a half. That's what it looks like.
All right, it doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't look that functional like a tool to me. And I think that's where they should have went with their new knives of 2021. They should have did some nice, good, functional, good looking, tough knives. Not necessarily overbuilt. They could have been this size. But okay, put it this way. You know the bare knuckle and the knockout?
Yeah.
Those knives were great.
Yeah.
Right? Great knives. They could have did a 2.0 or something.
Yeah.
right? Versions of those. Those were great functional tools. And I don't know, man. I just think that they should, because I only seen a couple designs from them, and I personally wouldn't buy any of them.
Yeah,
I almost did though. I almost did, just because I was shit talking them and I felt bad. And I said, okay, I need to put my money where my mouth is and buy it and actually test it. You know,
this one 076. I think this is the 0762. I think
it was the other one, the one that has like a weird lock bar on the back.
Yeah.
But you know what I found out about that?
Yeah.
It's not even titanium. It's steel.
Oh, dang.
So then I got really upset at him. Like, how are you charging this much and it's steel?
Because they're ZT, I think. That's probably doing that.
Though, think about it. They do titanium frame lock knives. Why would they make that knife out of steel? I mean, that just, to me, that doesn't make sense.
How much was it?
Well, I look it up. I mean, I don't remember, but it wasn't cheap.
You know what it's called?
It was zero tolerance, not Kershaw. Do you know what I mean?
Probably
Save
like
this shit for Kershaw. Right. Yeah. I think it was like 220. Something like that. So
all right, so we're gonna go dull on that one. Let's go to the knife right here. So this is not necessarily a knock on that's a PM2, right? But PM2, it is a question, because I mean, I'm not knocking the PM2 or the Para 3, but it is a question on Spyderco sprint runs, sharp or dull.
Okay, oh man, see, this is kind of a touchy subject because I personally don't buy them, but I understand it. And I'm not saying I understand it from like their perspective of making money. I understand it where people say they're the only ones. So I'm going to say sharp, and for this reason and this reason only. They're the only ones using 10 different kinds of steel.
Yeah.
Right? They're the only ones offering you LMAX, S110V, S90V, M390, S30V, all these different steels, exotic
steels, all the crazy shit.
Yeah. And you're not going to find that from another company. So, I got to have respect for it.
That's a good point. That's a good point, actually, because I'm very like kind of against it, because I'm not a like metallurgist or a steel snob. I don't sharpen a lot. I don't cut a lot, honestly.
All right.
Like those things are maybe third or fourth on the list, aside from action and aesthetics. That's like the top two for me. You know, ergos is third. And that's pretty much the top three things that I look for. And as a reviewer, that's pretty much what I get into, right? Because I don't cut a lot of stuff. I just don't, you know? Maybe once a month, I will cut like a bunch of cardboard to recycle some shit. But other than that, I'm opening Amazon packages with the tape, and I kind of break them down a little bit. I do cut tests for videos. That's the most I do with them. So to me, I've never been like, oh, I gotta have that Maximate PM2, bro.
Right. But there's people that do though, right? There's people that get really deep into, I'm not gonna say snobbery, but they love their steels. And I'm one of them. I love steels. But I'm not saying that I don't, because I love all steels. I love me a good Sandvik steel, a good 9CR, but I also love, the super steels. I love them all. So that's why I can appreciate that they're
you sharpen a lot. That's probably why you can appreciate it a lot more. You get a tactile feel for all these like different steels. It's very different, and you hand sharpen, so it's like you get even more of an attachment to it. So I can definitely understand. So you're going sharp on that.
I'm going sharp, but I'll be honest though, but I don't buy them.
So. All right. We're gonna go with the Monterey Bay Knives Slayback, which is this is the dual detent one, right? That has the new blade. Have you ever tried one of these?
I have not.
Have you tried the what's the other one that they did? It's like the one with the double detent. I know you tried it, right?
Yeah, I did try that other one. So I know
it's that, except it has this blade on it. Monterey Bay, probably going to be M390. You know, they always do that. So
yeah, I think it's dope. I think
I'm go sharp on it too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm gonna go sharp on it. I like.
There's people out there that do need non-locking knives that like to fidget with their knife still too, and they can't have a locking knife. So hell yeah.
That's the number one thing for me. I think that of all the knives that I've tried that had the dual detent thing, I've tried a dual detent like Archeo, and I've tried the which is it, the EWC, the Easy? Fuck, I forgot. I think
I think
I forget what it is, but I think that Monterey Bay Knives like had the best one for me. Like of the
Mhm.
ones that I tried, it was really good. So I'm gonna go sharp on that too.
Yeah.
The very last one is a Civivi
Okay.
fixed blade Elementum.
Yeah. Okay.
Sharp
So
or dull?
I'm definitely going sharp on that. There's
Yeah.
one thing I'm going to complain about though.
Okay.
And it's really not even much of a complaint, but okay. So they did two different versions of that. I think they did D2
Yep.
and, or were they both D2? Or is that on 10CR?
I don't know a lot about it, but I
So
know.
I think they did one in 10CR and one in D2. They might be both D2, but where I was going to shit on it was that they should have used their 14C 28N on that damn thing because they started using their 14C on the new Elementum. So why wouldn't they use it on their fixed blade Elementum when 14C is a tough steel? It's very tough, good stain resistant, holds a good edge. It would be perfect for that knife. So I think they failed in that regard, but I think the aesthetics, everything else is fantastic.
You tried it?
I have not, but I want to though.
Yeah,
it looks like a damn functional knife.
Yeah, I want to try it. Yeah, I've been.
I mean, you like the little Elementum, right?
I love the Elementum, and actually that brings me to my next segment, which is going to be like which knife is better. So we've got two knives here from Civivi, the Elementum and the Nox. What are you gonna pick out of these two right here?
Damn it!
I know it's fucking. I fucking went hard in the paint for you, bro. Like I said all this up today. I started looking around and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna say, oh man,
which is the new budget king, bro? Which is it?
Man, I'm gonna say the original Elementum. The reason why, I love the Nox. I have one. I gave it a phenomenal review. I'm only gonna give the other one just a little bit better because in the hand, like when you're using it, it is a little bit more comfortable in the hand. And for lefties, it's a liner lock. So the Nox, it's a frame lock, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult with the death lock. And I think I want to say the Elementum is just a little bit more of a functional tool, slightly. I'm talking about slightly, like we're literally nose to nose in a race, photo finish right now. So
because if we're talking like base Elementum versus base Nox,
okay,
I have to go with the Nox on this one for this.
But wouldn't the S35 version be? How much is the Nox? I forgot.
Like less than $70, bro. It's like $63 for Nitro
But
V.
the S35 version is of the Elementum is what, $80? So it's right on the same. I think so. Let's look it up.
Yeah, you know what? We can look that up on here. We can look that up on
here. Got it. Because I think that'll settle the score right now because S35 and Nitro V. Okay, Nitro V is a great steel. It's very similar to 14C28N. S35 is gonna beat it.
Yeah, so we'll look up on the BHQ right now. And all right, so let's look at it together. Let me share it.
I think it might be slightly tougher than S35.
Get rid of this right now. Share screen. I love this StreamYard shit, dude.
Me too. I'm just getting good at it.
So look, it's $79.50 on Blade HQ for S35EN and JG10 right now.
Yeah, and the steel liner lock. So I think that beats it. I mean, if you were going to look at it like that, really, you shouldn't. Really, you should look at it.
Elementum though, which is D2, right?
The base one, it's $50.
So, yeah, you're right. I probably would go spend the extra if I was gonna choose. Like, I could only bring one of these knives for the day or for the week going somewhere.
Yeah,
I'd probably choose the S35. Yeah, I would. All right. That's good.
But though, like Nitro V is a great steel. So like if somebody was thinking like I like that one way better, but the S35 is better, don't think like that because you're not gonna get that much better out of S35 versus Nitro. It's obviously better, but it's so minute, like the difference that you're most likely not going to be able to notice. But the Nitro V will be a little bit easier to sharpen it, I think. But they're both great, man. It's hard to choose. You know what I mean? Very
hard. What do you think about these segments that I made? You think I should keep them?
I like it. Definitely. A round of applause.
Dude, I could change these. I think I can change them. So I'm gonna put like signature taglines of people. I'm gonna rotate them. Like sometimes it'll be like, "Hey, Slicey Dicers," or like "JT's Knife Life, hello out there," or
That'd be
something.
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna do shit like that. I think
Get slicey dicey all of a sudden with that.
yeah. I'm having Spicy on in 2 weeks. I'm having Nick
awesome.
next week, dude. So this is what fucks me up sometimes. Okay, as a content creator, and I know I shouldn't be like this because as a content creator, you should never compare yourself to anyone. Like never.
It's hard not to though.
Never. It's very hard not to. You know, especially like being in the knife game. I think my level of being a knife guy is probably like at the filthiest casual level. Like I think that's where I'm at.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
How into it I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm about as into it as I carry a knife every day, and I carry a bunch of EDC gear every day. However, I am not chomping at the bit to learn about new different EDC things.
I think that's where your biggest failure's been.
Yes.
You know,
Because I'm not there. So
but you were.
You
started and you were, and people got. That's where I was kind of going. Like, flip flop, you're gonna lose people because it's just the way it goes. Because they came to you for knives.
Yeah. So what's been happening with my channel lately, since I've been doubling down on the things that I actually am into, is I have been seeing a resurgence of an uptick in members and views again. And I think it's because I've accepted the fact that I'm never going to be like you or Slicey or Nick or Metal Complex, you know, who become like, you know, you guys are like some of my closest knife friends now in the knife community. But I am not that.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've been going harder on the fact that, hey, I'm a knife guy like you guys, but I'm also into all this other shit.
Right. Yeah.
And I've been making the channel more about Kelly and me doing stuff together.
Yeah.
And that is when I started noticing an uptick again.
Yeah.
Before I was kind of like just putting content up every day, like knife stuff, but it was like very bad. Like I would watch it, I'm like, this is terrible. Like, you know what I mean? Because I know
if you don't like it, then definitely you have to like what you're doing.
Right. If I can't watch my own video all the way through, I shouldn't be making it.
Yeah.
But when I make a vlog or like I listen to a few of my podcasts or something, I'm like, there's good stuff in here. You know what I mean? So of course you have to go all in on those things that you like, right?
But also you have to look at like so like with like vlog stuff, right? You have to look at it. I think sometimes because a lot of people like when they build a vlog channel, right? They usually have a following and then they go into vlog because those people care and actually are paying attention.
Yes.
To start one out from the beginning and make it's kind of tough without a following, without having something attached to it, right? So like say you starting a channel, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying just anybody starting a channel, they should start it with one thing in mind, like say if it's you coming on here and playing entertaining videos and reacting to them, right?
Yes.
Then that should be your thing for a while. You know what I mean? Because you want to get the followers to come in, react with you, laugh about it, yada yada, and then they get interested in you. Nobody's ever interested in you until they learn about you, you know. But it's kind of like, think about just any random person. You're not just going to go in there and care about their life, right?
Yeah.
You got your own shit going on, but you can find the humor in like reacting to something or watching a video or talking about a subject.
Yeah.
So like some of the other people like that I know that that I follow that do it, like some of them started out like with say talking about what's going on in the world, right? So like whether it was through like politics or whatever, just like the stuff going on. And so that's how they would grow their channel. And then once they got to a certain point, then they started doing vlog type stuff because people are interested.
No, I totally
know what I mean?
that. Yeah, it's like what I see happening is people are definitely becoming interested in those things I was talking about and me doing them. But I think that, what I talked about earlier is like where I really lack is like using the algorithm to my advantage. Like I just don't put any time into that shit. It's really stupid.
That's
and,
yeah.
I have to fucking do that. I'm gonna.
Almost don't have a choice. It's like being a race car driver but not working on your car.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like you can't. You got to.
So right now I do have some stuff, and so you do have TikTok, right?
Yeah.
What do you watch on it?
Oh man, I watch random, like literally random, from politics stuff to funny stuff to work stuff.
Yeah,
because I've been in construction my whole life, so I love like watching stuff like that, animal stuff, lots of comedy, funny stuff, and then also what's it called, like inspirational things. Like I watch some of that stuff.
Yeah,
because I like to be inspired sometimes.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Every time I get like kind of lost, like I'll just watch Gary Vee and he'll just be like, "Shut the fuck up and fucking do that
exactly."
Shit,
get back on your fucking game.
Cool.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you some So you are on TikTok. That's interesting that you don't make TikToks though.
I thought about it. I've thought about it. I just don't know how the knife politics are on there. I mean, I know if it's a kitchen knife, it's okay, but I don't know.
It's very, very tricky. However,
yeah,
I see massive fucking EDC. Well, the biggest EDC knife channel that I know is fucking Everyday Minimalist. That motherfucker is almost at 600K right now.
No, on TikTok?
Yeah, he's
fucking
huge.
What does he do on there though?
He does like EDC shit. Like fucking
what though? Like
you
only have 1 minute.
Yeah, it's so super easy. It's like, guys, I have a really sick knife right now. This is the artisan cutlery Arroyo. He won't show the knife. He'll show the knife like this.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's like cut off.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't get like flagged. And he'll be like,
what?
Yeah. It's really stupid. However,
are you telling me that if he went like this, he would?
He might. Sometimes he shows it, and what he'll do is he'll flip the knife open and it'll be like this, and they don't see the edge. And like they don't flag it. So
I just don't understand how you can grow a massive channel from not.
I'm going to give you a perfect example of how playing on a bunch of different platforms can help you out.
I know it can. I know it.
This is Everyday Minimalist's fucking channel right now. I'm just going to show you just how insane this is. Okay, so I'm not going to play any of his videos because I can't hear it and you can, which is kind of stupid. But that is what his channel looks like. 8.98K in 1 year.
I can see the knife though. I can see the knife. So maybe
no, this is on YouTube.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What I was trying to show is he's 8.9K, 8.98K on YouTube for after being on there for like a year, right? But his fucking TikTok, all of his TikTok followers basically fuck with him because on YouTube because of TikTok. Like that's minimalist. Yeah. So I'm going to show you his TikTok right now. Look at that. 545K. Look at these views. 1.5 million. 314,000. Let's watch one. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at this. You could hear it?
No, it's okay.
All right, it's cool. We'll just watch it.
Yeah.
Look, he's showing that crazy. What is this? The SOCOM?
Yeah. That's sick.
Yeah. So he just does that. He doesn't even flip it open. That video got 314,000.
Go to another one. I want to see if he opens up a different one.
This one, I think he's gonna open this one. This one got 1.5 million. But look, he opens it and he doesn't show it. He shows it like front way.
Fast.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. I think I might be on to something.
But the thing with TikTok is like, especially you, because you have the mind of a content creator. This is how I know you're gonna get so far in this fucking game. Is that like you have to use these other platforms and play in them so you can elevate your status on YouTube and things like that. I
do that with Instagram, like even with knife sharpening. I get a lot of clients from Instagram.
I always say this. I'm like, knife people didn't always play on Instagram until they did.
Right. They were on Facebook before.
And Facebook is going to be the same fucking thing. TikTok is going to be the same thing. In 5 or 10 years, when everyone is on that shit, people are going to wish that they started on there.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to start.
And your boys get fucking...
You know what I kind of want to start, though, is like on Rumble or something like that. And I say that because of politics. I hate to say it, but, eventually, like, I don't want to get to 20, 30, 40, 50K and then something happen. Right?
You mean like getting demonetized?
Exactly. I know
He's
they gave it back to him.
by the
I
way.
know they gave it back to him, but
Yeah.
you're playing with somebody's fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The thing is with YouTube and
I'm not saying it's not a mistake though, because it probably
Yeah.
was. I'm just saying I know other
definitely a
content
mistake.
creators.
It's not politics. It's like a robot viewed his channel and was like, "Yo, you're doing things wrong."
Yeah,
and
I get that.
And MC had to email them a bunch of times for an actual person to be like, "Sorry, we were wrong."
I completely get that. But what I'm talking about is the politics. I'm saying that that's not the big deal. I don't mind the robot thing. Things happen. It's a mistake, right? They have robots playing with the algorithm or whatever. But I'm talking about when they decide, if they, I don't know, if they, like kind of like with the firearms thing, right? Firearms used to be a huge thing on there until it wasn't. Do you know what I mean?
Firearms on YouTube though, right?
Okay, so you can't have them in lives.
Only in Noir is still on there.
You can't have them in lives. You can't take them apart. You can't assemble them. Like there's just like a lot of things now.
Like
some people are still on there, but they're not monetized. So they are advertisers.
I understand. Yeah,
that's how they do it. They literally, and the only reason why they were able to get advertisers was because their channel was so big that advertisers said, "Hey, we'll sponsor you. You don't need YouTube's, shit."
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's the thing. I do feel that relying on YouTube ad revenue for like a big source of income is good. It's not safe. Even for people that have multiple millions of followers, like tell you that, like, do not rely on that shit, because rely on your other sponsors more, because that shit can get cut off anytime, but YouTube is always free. You're always going to be on there.
So with me, I have like 5 different sources of income.
Yeah.
From the channel.
Are you like killing it in the fucking...
No, but I do okay though. Okay, this is the way I look at it, is that you can have a channel at 10,000 subs and you can have a channel at 50,000 subs, and the 10,000 subs is making way more than the 50,000 subs.
Yeah, I definitely.
It all depends on if you have multiple revenues of income. So the 50,000 subs might be only making AdSense. Now the other guy, 10,000 subs, might have links, sponsors. He might have a product that he's getting into, and then also the ad revenue, Patreon, whatever the other things are, Discord, and all those other things. There's so many different things. Like right now, I'm doing the knife sharpening. I got my links, I got my Patreon, and I got the donations during the live, and then I also have the ad revenue.
You know that so this is the clear difference of what it's like for a big knife content creator. I think I want to say Nick makes around $8,000 a month off Patreon.
Yeah, I believe it.
That Tim Dillon guy that I follow, do you know how much he makes a month? 150,000 on Patreon.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And all he does is talk shit. That's where I want to be at. I want to talk shit and fucking be crazy.
Yeah.
And but be a knife guy at the same time, and fucking just rake in all this.
But I'm telling you, I honestly think that if you look at it from a different lens, look at it as in, you have to grow the people first to get to that point. So if you have, like, say you do your podcast, right?
Do you think that I should just podcast a lot?
I think if you do podcast a lot, I think
that's
people need to know what they're coming into. So like if you love podcasting, right?
I love fucking podcasting, bro. That shit is my absolute favorite.
And they're recorded, right?
They're recorded. I do put them on. Yeah, I put them on YouTube. I put them on,
but they're not live, I'm saying.
I do lives too.
But I'm saying you do podcasts not live, because the reason why I'm saying that is because YouTube's going to push recorded way more than a live.
Oh yeah.
So you'll get a lot better results from the algorithm if it's not live and it's just recorded.
Yes.
Now, if you had a huge channel and you had $1,000 worth of donations coming in every live, then they're going to push it because they're making money off of it. Do you know what I mean? Like you got to look at it through their lens of how they're making money off of it. They don't make money off of your lives because there's no ad revenue. So
I actually don't make anything off YouTube right now because I am not monetized. I was monetized.
What are we talking about? Why aren't you monetized?
This is what happened. Like, I made a certain amount of money, and they've been warning me for like a month. They're like, listen, you have to change this one thing on your tax form. If you do not, we were going to cap you at this amount of money. And I got capped and I took the money out and then I had to like change something and I did, right? And everything is correct now.
Yeah.
I basically had to say that I am doing business as Everyday City Carry, but my name is my name, right?
You're a small business.
So what ended up happening is because of COVID and all this shit, they have to mail you a fucking pin through the mail physically.
Yeah.
And I have been waiting for that. For a long time. I actually re-requested it and then they said if the first one comes in first, use that one, it's okay, just throw the other one away. So I am literally waiting for that. And I know that COVID is like loaded down. That's the only reason why. I used to get a decent amount of tips. I used to get like a decent, you know, like
you can't even get donations during a live.
Oh, it's so tough because I know, and that's why I'm starting a Twitch, bro.
Dude, yeah, because you know what also and I know that this is probably going to make you feel pretty shitty, but like that board you just bought, that's a write-off.
Yeah, well, I am going to write it off for sure.
But you know, you see where I'm going.
Yeah,
right?
If
you have a small business, all the expenses you put into the small business that have to do with that small business is a write-off at the end of the year, and you need that because if you're putting money into it and you can't write it off, you're not making money. You're spending money.
It's fucking tough.
I'm
gonna show you a couple of videos right now to end the show, and this is one of these survival guys that I follow on TikTok that I think does pretty cool shit. He like makes stuff that people tell him to make.
Yeah,
like a Viking Sikh. Yeah.
Oh, I love this guy.
This dude is
I love this dude.
Dude is the shit.
Dude, this guy does so many cool things. Like he's
I know.
He like, I don't know if he actually lives off the land, but he can do it.
He's fucking awesome.
He's so knowledgeable too.
Yeah. Look at this dude. What?
Napping. That's what that's called, napping, right? I believe that's what it's called.
All right, let's cut the groove.
Making a knife, yeah, or a spear or something.
Glue it and wrap it.
Oh yeah,
and he does that like that tap glue. Yeah, this dude is the shit, dude.
Damn, that thing actually looks sweet.
I know, right? Like I want that shit.
I guarantee he sells those.
Oh yeah, dude.
Viking
This guy makes bank on fucking everything.
Sure.
Sick, bro.
Wow.
Sick,
that was badass. Yeah. He does a lot of cool things like that. Like he's really good at making like just he's so knowledgeable about
it. The blacksmith guy. Let me see.
What the fuck are they doing? And all their heads stuck? All their heads are stuck. Oh my goodness. How did that happen to all of them?
I don't know.
I wonder like if that fence company now has to like, you know, separate a bigger gap or something because this is happening everywhere they hang these fences.
Dude.
And a bird's neck is so delicate. Watch, as soon as she looks back after he's done, they're right back in there. Wouldn't that be messed up? He literally gets done doing that and then turns around, they're all back.
Dude, he saved them all. I don't know what it says on top. It's like come something.
Look, there's another one stuck on the other side.
Oh shit.
Grab him by the head.
That one.
Oh man.
You gotta save him, bro.
Yeah.
He's gonna peck them. Oh, he went.
No one gets left behind.
I know. Damn, he saved them all, yeah. Oh my god, how long is this? This shit is backflow.
Oh man.
Yeah, how did that happen?
I don't know.
What kind of
must have been sitting there? I wonder if it's slippery, the tops of them or something. And they just
maybe like there's not enough surface for them to grab onto.
Yeah,
and then they slip and fall. Damn, bro. Saved some birds in there.
Wow.
I think one of them gets up and it's like, wait, bro.
Dude, today I had a bird attack me.
What?
Yeah, me and Carol went on a walk, and you know those, I don't know if you have them around New York, but those blackbirds, and they have like a orange like stripe right here on their chest. Anyway, doesn't matter. But they look kind of like a crow, but
but with an orange
stripe. Yeah.
That's
so we're walking on this trail, and I must have walked under its nest, and we kind of like walked through this field part to go from one side of the trail to another, and just like skip through them. And the thing was pissed. It came at me, hit me in the head, and then like just kept coming at me like this, and I was just like waving it off. But then he stalked us. Like he wasn't done with me. Like he was like, no, I'm making sure you're leaving all the way. Like I figured like after about 50 feet, 100 feet, he was going to like realize I'm not near his nest or her nest. I'm not near her nest no more. She was like, no, I'm not taking any second chances with you. You know, she stalked me for a while.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
意思一下就行了，够了。老铁，跟我双击啊！看到没
The geoduck.
A what? What the hell is that? What? Loved it. What was that thing?
I'll show. It's a really weird like Asian thing. I think it's called a geoduck.
I mean, is it alive?
It's like a sea creature. Oh,
I mean, so it was alive.
I actually have a follow-up video to explain what it is.
Okay.
I'm just awesome like that. Hold on, let me see if I can find it though.
I think.
All right, let's just play these in order, and then because I don't know what anything is, like I can't really tell what's what. When you download TikToks, like it doesn't tell you like what the fuck they are. It's all these weird numbers.
Right.
Hey, Grandma, I don't care what you say. You're too old to be wearing a thong. Like at this point,
look at her.
You need to switch your wardrobe up.
You want to try one on?
Yeah, Grandma, you're not gonna believe this, but I have a curved erection.
What the hell?
You know, like at the end it curves.
Really? It
Yeah.
sounds like Captain Hook or something.
I still can't believe you're expecting another child.
Yes?
Like, I always thought you were infertile at that age.
Oh, no.
She's like, God, no.
Dude, these are fucking great.
Dude, those are hilarious.
What is this shit?
See, we should have did this through the whole thing. We could have just sat here and watched TikTok and reacted to it. That would have been a great episode. Whoa.
Hey, beautiful.
Shit, bitch, how would you do that?
Jumpy.
What the fuck is that?
Why would you do that? Stop.
I did it. I used to do it to my sister growing up. She's jumpy.
I just love you so much.
I just love you so much.
Oh, sugar puffs.
He slapped him, yeah.
Hey, man.
I think everybody's gotten their girl like this before.
Yeah.
So we can all relate. One day she's going to get his ass back, though, because she'll be waiting for him.
I think that video like did well because it was also a cute girl. Like that's also a fucking fat girl on TikTok. You know. Let me ask you something about that. Actually, I wanted to ask you this question.
Yep.
Do you think that when you first started the channel, if you didn't have a cute girl next to you, if it would have gotten the jump start that it needed?
Okay, so our first video that got the most views was because I used Kara's ass as a thumbnail, right? But I'm totally not like I'm totally.
I mean, you're not in that place now because you're doing shit solo. But do you think that your channel got a big boost because you had a cute girl next to you in the beginning?
It's very, very possible. The thing was that like I think that a lot of the knife community, they can look at it negative and positive. So like with Carol, like she doesn't expose herself or anything like that. And I wouldn't let that shit happen anyways, but she doesn't like, okay, this is my point, is that girls in the knife community, like say oh man, she was on Naked and Afraid. What's her name?
Oh, Melissa Backwoods.
Melissa Backwoods, right? She was on Naked and Afraid, right?
Yep.
I watched, you know,
it's dope.
Everybody did, right? But she's a beast. Right?
Oh, yeah, she is a beast.
She don't fuck around.
Yeah.
And you have to give her respect because she knows her shit.
Yeah.
And even on Naked and Afraid, she outdid some of the men.
Yep. Yeah. She
Clearly. Like
another example of that. I actually was going to use that as a sharp or dull, actually, because I had pictures of some Instagram like knife gals. Another perfect example of somebody that's like Melissa Backwoods, that is a total badass, is like Little Fit Devil.
Yeah.
Who's like she served in, she served in the military.
Right. So you have to take her seriously.
Dude,
and
she fucking does a lot of shit, but she's just also a hot girl who's using her image as a way to propel herself. She's into fitness, Yeah.
And I think that that's kind of the thing though. Like if you're going to come into the knife community and just be that, I think you're going to get a lot of views. You're going to get a lot of guys because it's a guy niche, I guess you could say, but you're not going to get the level of respect as if you actually know the community and actually know what you're doing. And see, Kara, she never put herself, or like I said, I wouldn't have let her anyways, but she never put herself in like that position, which she wouldn't. That's just not the way she is. But she at least got respect because she knew what she was talking about, right?
Yeah.
So since she actually knew what she was talking about, she could actually have a healthy conversation with knife guys. So I think that that's why like she was attractive to the community, because it's cool getting girls in the community, right? We want that because we want more other girls. Like
sure.
I'm up to I think 3 or 4% of my
female
are female, so that's awesome.
Well, fuck, what was I gonna say? I can tell you this right now: the more Kelly appears on the channel, the better the channel seems to be, and I think the main chemistry that the people that follow us or happen by chance to fall onto the channel, what they like is with me and her in it. That's why
that's your plan.
I don't know, bro, because my schedule is fucking insane. Like I work 6 days a week, right?
Yeah, I got that.
I wake up at 6 and I'm working out for like at least an hour or an hour and 30 minutes in the morning. I'm cooking food every morning.
Right.
So from 6 till about 9, I am booked.
Yeah.
And if by chance I get to create a video and rush it and be able to upload it, it was a huge pressure on me. And also I started making crap content. So what I'm doing now is I focus on the things that I can actually make, like things on TikTok, on Instagram that I can make at work or stuff like that. And then I make sure I have a good podcast for Friday. I've never missed a podcast upload on Friday.
Good.
Every Monday I do a live at night. And on Tuesday, my plan is to have a guest that I will upload that podcast on Friday.
Okay.
This is my plan for the future, actually. Wednesday and Thursday night is going to be used for creating content. Whether it's I'm going to create like a knife review or some kind of like, I'm excited to do the cooking video for the gin. You got that, right?
Yeah.
I actually started filming stuff for it. I made fucking
I was gonna yesterday. I'm gonna try to push it out as fast as possible.
What I'm doing actually is just making cinematic clips where I make different things instead of one big thing. Like this morning I made Japanese karage, which is kind of like almost like Japanese chicken nuggets, but you use chicken thighs, so it's like juicier. It has breading and shit. And I use the gin. I got the 102. Is that the one you got with the red handle on it?
No, I got the white and black.
I got this one. Let's fucking show it, bro. I got this one.
I'll grab mine.
Let's give them some press a little bit. Yeah, so I got the X102, which is the red handle one. I think I got some oil on it now. I did wash it, but chicken thigh juice is tough to get.
Yeah, I've been using mine too. But I haven't recorded using it. That's my thing. I got it recorded. I haven't decided yet if I'm just gonna do one big meal with me and Kara, or if I'm gonna. Either way, if I do that, I'm also going to do. I'm gonna do 2 separate things because I know.
I think they want content, bro. Just make content. That's it.
I know that, but I also know the community wants to know about this steel.
Yeah.
So everybody's wondering, is it going to be chippy? Now, like I said before, I don't think it matters because they explain it well. It's not for chopping bones. This is like for cutting fruits, vegetables, lettuce, things like that. It's for doing that portion of meals.
The cooking.
It's not
a chopper. This is a slicer.
Right.
This is a slicer. It's not a meat cleaver.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I used
I had a
it
bunch of
to-
complaints of people making it seem like oh, well, if you
not
can't
what it
do
is.
that, then fuck it.
That's
It's
kind of like prying with a fucking Civivi Knox or something. Like stupid. Like you don't want to do that. Like
exactly.
you know, like
Yeah.
so what I did with it was I deboned chicken thighs and
Yep.
I cut the middle off. I cut the two ends off, and that's what I used for the nuggets. And in the middle part I breaded it too with the bone. So
Mhm.
I had like, you know, and it came out pretty good. This is the first time I ever made it. But yeah, I'm excited to do that. So I think
How's your edge seem so far? Your edge is still fine, right?
I've only used it once. It's very good the whole time. I cut about 6 or 8 chicken thighs or something, and I just washed it right after.
Right.
It seemed really good, really sharp out of the box. Cut
Yeah,
right
it was
through,
very sharp out of the box.
very sharp. Cut right through the fucking the packaging for the chicken and shit.
Yeah,
really good. I'm gonna show you a couple more vids though. Let's
let's do it. Let's do it. I was gonna say, like, man, this would have been cool, like, to if we like did a whole video like this. Like, I don't mind coming on here, man. Anytime you want to do this shit, man, I'm always down. I'm always down.
Does this even happen?
Holy shit, dude!
Ariel, I'm trying to
look at that. Look at her foot, bro.
Oh, but what is this though?
Her
what are we
foot,
on?
it's a fucking ride, a roller coaster ride.
Like a Six Flags ride or something,
and
right?
she fucking kept her foot outside, and it
my
got
goodness.
stuck right there. Look at that.
Oh, she got Conor McGregor.
I know. Yeah, did you watch it, bro?
Yeah, I did, but I seen
Oh,
that. Oh
dude,
my god,
yeah, that shit is fucked up.
it's sad, bro. It's sad because it would have been different if they were in the middle of combat.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He was backing up.
yeah. It was fucking real bad. It
Yeah.
was real bad.
Dude,
Kelly
that-
and I went hard into paint on the UFC because Kelly and I love UFC. So
Me
like
too.
my Patreon for like literally 20 minutes, all we did was break down the fights of what we thought of each one and how we enjoyed it.
Awesome.
And that's pretty much what we do on Patreon. We do we review movies that we watch because we always watch movies, and then we watch videos like this too. That's pretty much our Patreon.
That's awesome. Whoa! This kid's got a dome on him.
Popped them on my For You page. I was like, oh, look at him or whatever. Then I looked at the comments.
I feel bad.
Keep your head in the game, soldier. He knows who let the dogs out. He doesn't have dreams. He has movies.
Oh,
poor
Bro, ahead of his time. Bro, y'all gotta chill. He got a lot on his mind.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness. It's sad, but it's funny.
He knows
you
Victoria's
know, I mean,
Secret.
Knows Victoria's
Don't let the
Secret.
haters get to your head.
Don't let all the haters get to
This is
you.
unacceptable.
Oh man,
I
I feel bad because he's little. You know, like
that's Megamind, bro.
oh man.
Do you know that guy that looks like Jesus and he plays the flute? Have you ever seen that guy on TikTok?
Maybe I don't think so though.
All right.
Hey, what's up, party people?
God?
Nah, not God. What are you guys up to? Having a slumber party?
Yeah. Praising Jesus. That's what we're doing.
Hey.
I don't like the way he's looking at us. Not even a real flute.
This is on one of those sites like Omegle where you randomly get people. You know about those
I
sites?
can't see how something like that can get a lot of views.
It gets.
I would've
Dude, that guy has.
stopped on that and
I
seen
think that guy has
what
like 1 million followers on TikTok.
That's my point.
Yeah,
Like, I
no,
can't-
it's just funny and entertaining. It's like,
Yeah.
So the way those sites work, right, is like you log on and you have a webcam like this, and then you randomly get a person to chat with you. You have no choice about who they are. It randomly
Oh,
puts you
I
together.
know what you're talking about. What's it
Yeah,
called
so
again?
that's what that guy does. He just
What's
does
it called
that.
again, though? What's
I think
that
it's called Omegle.
Amigo. Right,
Yeah.
right.
So like
Yeah.
he'll do that, and then someone will hop on, and you get this guy. It's like playing this crazy flute. It's mad funny.
Have you seen the rapper on there?
Oh, Harry Mack?
Yes.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
He's fire.
Fucking
All right, go ahead.
fire.
Go ahead.
I actually have current events, which we'll get to in a little bit,
Okay,
and there is
okay.
some rapper beef and stuff like that. So
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
What the fuck? Yeah, here's the thing. It's like I fucking love TikTok, bro. I don't know why people hate on it.
Finally
done.
Okay, I think it's because they think it's for kids.
No, wait, what were you saying?
I said I think they think it's for kids. You know, they don't realize that it is like it's going to be the future.
Yeah,
but I think
it just is. You know what happened? Just last week, the CEO of Instagram was like, "We are no longer going to push photos anymore. We're going to be pushing video like the most right now because TikTok is like overtaking us. TikTok is huge, and we have to compete." This is the CEO of Instagram saying that.
Right. Yeah.
So they're going to promote videos a lot more. This is why my reels,
YouTube Shorts.
I do YouTube Shorts too. I love.
I'm saying like that. That's why they had to start
me.
doing that. They were doing that because they seen what was happening.
You know what I've been doing some naughty shit, and I don't mean like sexual. So what I've been doing is, I will make a video that can fit on YouTube Shorts, Reels, TikTok, and like Twitter, and I've been posting all. So before. This is how crazy I was. Before, I was trying to post daily on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and I made every single piece of content on each of those platforms different every single day. I created a piece of content for all. It was really stupid.
Were you editing?
I was editing. Yes, it was really
That's
stupid.
a lot of work.
Now what I do is I've learned TikTok a little bit better. So maybe I will make a video that will be good on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Reels, but then I'll get questions on the TikTok and then I'll answer the questions with a video, so that generates another piece of content for me. Like, hey, what knife is that? Then I'll just like talk about the knife and not open it.
Right.
That's a good one. On Twitter, it's like I'm on Black Twitter. Like all my followers are Black or Hispanic. Like I get different kinds of Twitter, and like they're all gamers and anime nerds, and you know, that's the kind of news I get. So like they all are just interested in whatever it is I'm doing, because I'm the only knife guy like on their fucking buddy list or whatever. So I put that on there. And
how do you do? Because I still haven't figured out how do you do YouTube Shorts?
YouTube Shorts. So when you upload, it gives you an option, and it says create short. You just have to do it this way, like TikTok. Like when you just do it this way, and it has to be no longer than a minute. And you could just do like you
don't go through your KindMaster, right? You just go through your phone, correct?
I do go through KindMaster. So what I
don't get the option for YouTube Shorts through KindMaster. I
export it and then I upload it through the YouTube app, and it says, you know, upload a short.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
You know what? Maybe I could show it to you like real quick. If you can see it, I hope. So hold on a second. Let me see if I could fucking. I can't. Fuck, man. It says right under upload a video on the app. It says create a short.
Okay, I'll find it.
So I do that, and just make sure you upload it this way. You could literally just be like, "Yo, I just got this knife today. It's fucking sick. It's the artisan."
Oh, I'm definitely gonna do them because I tried doing them a while back, and I just could not figure it out.
It's better now. They have the option now.
Okay,
so it's much better. So we're gonna watch this guy. This is Hensley Handmade Knives. He's got about 600K on TikTok. He's one of my favorite like knife people. He makes mostly fixed blades. He's a blacksmith, and he's like really funny too.
It's finally done. Drum roll.
He was on 4G Fire, by the way.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
All right, y'all, here it is. I'm not going to actually touch it because you know how this app is. They don't want me to touch it, but I'm just going to go through it. 1,300 layers of 1095, 1520 Damascus made here in-house. Textured and darkened copper guard and pommel, mosaic pins, some old growth stabilized oak for the handle, super nice stuff. The sheath is snakeskin inlay, and yeah, I've been working on this one for a long time, so y'all let me know what y'all think.
That's it.
I heard what he said. He said they don't want me to touch it.
Yeah, so that is another thing. So here's the thing about TikTok.
Man, it's sketchy as all hell.
So look, let me show you something. If I fucking do this and start talking about it, it's game over.
Right.
However, if I fucking do this, it's all good.
That's just
so
so
if you show
confusing.
the tool in use, it's fine. They think it's like craftsmanship. They think it's like DIY. If you just go like this and start talking about it, they do not understand that this is enjoyable.
They think you're trying to sell a weapon.
They think it's like a threatening thing. But if you cut something, they're like, oh, it's a craftsman type video.
Gotcha.
So that's another
The
tip.
gears are moving. The gears are
Dude,
moving.
I know you're gonna kill it on fucking TikTok, bro.
I could sharpen some knives on there.
I think that might be okay too.
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine why it would.
Oh, this is about a girl. Her friend buys her, and this is real. Okay.
Okay.
Her friend buys her a scratch off, and the scratch off wins $500,000.
We did that to somebody a long time ago.
It's real though. Like they actually won 500,000.
Oh, the ticket's actually real.
Yes.
Okay, I will. Okay, bye. Bye.
That's the girl who bought it. That girl.
Sure, it's not fake.
No,
there's fake ones.
I know, but that's they bought it from a gas station, just like.
Hold on. Okay, you can buy me a new car.
Look at the girl who bought it.
Call her back. Call her back. Just call her back. Send her the picture.
Oh, wait, because yeah, look at it goes off of every single one. So you won.
So that girl bought it for
Go
her.
back to the station, please. Go back. You can't.
Don't go back to the station. That's stupid.
Where are we going?
You can't. It's not like the gas station's going to give you the money for it. You have to send that in. Anything over $600, you have to mail in.
Wait, let me see it. Okay. Yes, it's right. Oh.
Oh man!
Look at the girl's face, bro.
The one girl, she can't even think.
For her. Nah, but there is an update to the story. The girls decided to split it.
Times one. But
oh, that's awesome.
It's very sweet. Yeah,
that is very.
But both of those girls are basically. Separate.
You mean all four of them? Or
Wait,
just
can we
two
just
of
go back
them?
and ask him?
I don't know the exact specifics of it. I think the girls decided to split it. I want to. You know what?
I was gonna make a joke and be like, to the beginning of the ending of their friendship, right? You know,
it's either those two girls are set for the rest of their life, or all four of them have a good amount of money to start their lives.
Yes,
right. That's what it is.
Dude,
Because 300.
Did you see that guy who won? Well, he won 30K, right? So he wound up getting like 22K.
Yeah.
And guess what he got? He's from the hood.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what he got?
What do you got?
A $20,000 chain. All he got was $20,000. That's it, because they take a percentage, right?
Yeah.
Walked into a gas station, you know, his head's like this because he don't want to get robbed.
Babe, are you here? Hey, Kelly. My bad. I thought I was I'm either getting robbed or Kelly's here.
They did rob his ass. And he walked out of the gas station and you see him running back in. Three guys got him. They dragged him out of the gas station, beat his ass in the doorway.
That's
sold that 20. Of course they did. You're in the hood. You won $20,000. You'd think you would invest that.
Yeah, I would have used that to do some kind of like small business or like get out of the hood, maybe like
something
kind of thing like that. Yeah,
anything but a chain.
Yeah, like a deposit on a new apartment somewhere else would be good. Yeah, that's what I would have done. Let's go to this one right here. I don't know what this is. Sorry, this is not for you. This is for my Patreon.
Okay.
It's an anime thing. You're not an anime guy, so I'm not showing you.
Okay.
All right, this is what is this?
I have a question that I'm probably going to regret, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Maybe that guy who's on TikTok who like answers all the scientific questions and weird questions and shit will know. Why is it that we can get like a cut in our buttholes? And don't lie, we all get them. Okay, life is stressful, whatever, you get them. And we take a poop and obviously you wipe or you use a bidet and like, but you still don't get like an infection. And yet if I were to get a cut on my leg and I decide to rub shit in it, I don't know why, because maybe I'm going through something mentally or I'm a fucking legend. I know for a fact, even if I washed it, I would still get an infection and probably die. I just want to like, why, how does that, help me uncover the mysteries of the butthole, because how is it?
That's funny.
That's fucking true though.
It is true.
I want to take the same energy of my butthole and apply it to my mental health. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Dude, because
apply it to my mental health.
You wipe a little bit hard with some toilet paper that is not Charmin.
Right.
You're getting fucked up.
Right.
You're getting fucked up, but It heals up like no problem in like a day or two.
Yeah.
But you cut your lip, that shit is getting infected.
Well, just one little thing. I don't mean to go scientific. I know this is like a funny thing, but there are certain body parts that are designed to heal faster. Like your eyeballs, the fastest healing thing in your body, right? The next thing is your tongue. Yep. So it's eyes, then tongue. So possibly your butthole is one of those organs or whatever that heal fast.
Your butthole is Wolverine. It's
right. Exactly.
It's like, I can get him. I can smell him, bub. Do I have other shit in here for you? I think I do. Oh, I had sharp or dull, but we did that already. But I had other ones, and
we can do whatever, man. We can keep going.
No, bro.
Another sharp or dull shit. Let's do it.
Let me see what's going on with the wife situation here.
Yeah.
Bro, you know I'm getting married, right?
I did hear about that. Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Thanks, bro.
You have a date set, right?
I'm getting married on. Oh, hey, I was fucking. Yo, come here. I fucking.
She could have been Robert.
Come here. Why did you do that?
Because I didn't know you wanted to be on.
I fucking set it up for you. You're part of. You're the co-host of this podcast. Put a mask on. Yeah, so that definitely 100%. Whenever Kelly is on the podcast or whenever Kelly is in a video, it seems to hit harder.
Okay, but
and the thing
what
is
your
like?
I tried to ask you earlier though. What is your plan with that though? And I mean that like, okay, so is your plan to just like randomly sometimes have her on, or are you planning on doing?
I have her on as many times as I can. But the thing is like both. The main problem I am having is I just don't have enough days off or enough time to do what I need to do, because and the times that I am off, which is Sunday, I'm fucking filming all day. I'm filming what we're doing because that is the only type of content I can actually work on.
Yeah.
That is the only one. Like if I'm waking up at 6 and I'm getting home at 8:30 to 9 o'clock p.m. And Monday is already reserved for lives. Tuesday is when I'll do a guest. I really only have Wednesday and Thursday and Friday night to do something. So those 3 nights are probably going to go to creating content, like either knife content or like I'm going to catch up on reviews or I'm going to unbox something or do something like that. Or I'm going to be streaming on Twitch because I didn't tell you this, bro, but like Everyday Minimalist hooked me up with a PC that is like normally like $2,300, and I got it for $1,100.
Oh man,
that's what I'm using right now. It's so powerful, and I also have like a video capture card so I can like stream Monster Hunter on Twitch. Like I actually have Twitch friends,
right?
I'm thinking about
actually.
Yeah, like I've had Twitch people on my podcast before, and it was fucking, dude. Let me tell you something right now. Doing a podcast with Twitch people, bro, these motherfuckers talk for a living, so they are really, really good guests. I'm talking like they're funny. They fucking. It was amazing. But your headphones are down there. My girl is gonna hop on for a little bit. And
What's up, Kelly? She probably can't hear me yet.
No, not yet, not yet. Here we go. Turn up your thing here. I did this for you, so you can just turn it this way if you want.
What a gentleman! What a gentleman!
Yeah, and you could turn on your headphones there.
What's up, Kelly?
How's it going?
Not bad. How
you look great. Did you put your makeup back on?
I just did concealer so that nobody can see the bags under my eyes.
Babe, we can see it no matter what. Don't worry.
Don't you talk shit to me.
You want me to get a drink?
Yes, there was a lot of stuff to do. I washed my face. I put it back on. Now I got a drink.
Dude, I had no idea.
I thought you were a burglar a couple minutes ago.
I was like, babe.
That's so
I'm like, I'm either
I probably 20 minutes.
Everybody, give it up for Kelly. Give her a round of applause.
Oh, yes. He just wanted to hit a button. Let's be honest.
You know what's funny is that I actually had a question for you because, like I told you, I wrote down I wrote down a bunch of knife questions, and I just wrote like,
you can do knife questions as well. Do whatever you want because you are one of the best guests like I've ever had. So you can do anything you want.
Well, I try to do like my my lives organized, right? Where like I constantly I don't like fillers, right? So where people that are watching later can stay tuned and not have to be there live. Anyway, so
okay.
One of the questions was, because you just actually did it, I said, or it was going to be, what would you do, right? If somebody did break into your house, right?
Yeah.
Say you're asleep or something like that, right? But you know somebody's breaking into your house.
Yeah,
you know, right? Is your first move to go for the phone and call the cops, or is your first move to go for them?
My first move is this. So the way I sleep is I have my phone behind me, not underneath my pillow so that it fucking burns up and burns a hole in my bed and kills me with a fire.
It's not your
but it is right there. It's right there. So I'll grab my phone, and I also have a fixed blade nearby from Olo Knives. It is
planned this, I guess.
Style. Yeah, I bought this fixed blade from Eugene Kwan to make sure that if something happens, I will at least have some type of defense. I'm not a big dude, although the guns are fucking growing. I'm not.
I love that you at least thought this well out.
Yeah, is like I would get the phone, dial 911, grab the fucking thing, call, investigate. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's what I would do.
Meanwhile, I'm going to put the cats in the closet.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't? And I'm not like talking.
And there is also a knife next to Kelly. That's her size. The Cold Steel Tough Light.
He said the knife, but I actually had wooden, like,
a 44 cal.
I have wooden like boards.
Right.
They were cut so that they would fit in the window, so I could wedge them in the window, because we live in the first floor.
And they are wedged in the window. One of them.
One of them is wedged in the window. The other one is just mysteriously in the corner, and that one is actually there because
your baseball bat
in the window.
Yeah,
they're gonna get like it's gonna be a home run to the face.
The only way they could get in the window through our bedroom is like through the AC unit, and that would be really tough to fucking do that. And
they're most likely coming through the door.
Yeah, they would come in through the door.
Well, and the nice thing about our old 8,000-year-old apartment, the best thing about it is that the front door is actually like metal.
The steel door is like the only way you would get through it is if you're a locksmith or if you had the battering ram thing that the police have, because it is fucking so solid.
It's
like when I used to open doors, I would get a pry bar and go right for the door jamb and just pry the jam out, and most doors aren't gonna hold up to that.
Yeah.
Some do if they have like
if it's steel, can you still do it?
Yes, because what happens is this. Well, it depends. It depends. There's obviously going to be outliers, right? But most like they have like a security metal casing that goes around where the bolt for the deadbolt goes into. That is still screwed in, and you're prying. What you're doing is you're prying the door this way and then in. So you're making that bolt have less leverage.
Right.
And it's very difficult to stop that. And it's honestly not very loud.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but we have so at night we do a top bolt as well, which I don't know if that would be as easy. So it's not, so you have the door.
Chain, you mean a chain?
No.
No, so, then we have the up top. There's a whole separate bolt.
I'm explaining to you like what the door is like. So it has the regular door like this, and then the top one has the big steel thick thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Both of them are steel. The whole door is made out of steel. And then it's just like, I guess the only weakness would be like,
that would be confusing. That'd be confusing to the person coming in there. Why the fuck isn't this thing opening? Because
you would hear that. That would
so I think we would.
No, that's what I mean. Is like you'd probably hear it if somebody came in because you're in the
and then
quarters.
Inadvertently, as a woman, I have booby trapped the front door as well. So I hung all my purses on the back of the front door, and if you hit it wrong, they all fall off. And there is also a shoe rack, so you can't open the door all the way. So if you open it too wide, you'll knock all the shoes off.
Yeah.
So we would just hear massive chaos.
Yeah, and
to be honest, like just looking at it from I guess that type of perspective, you wouldn't be worried about somebody that doesn't know your building. You'd be worried about somebody who actually knows that building very well. You know what I mean? That'd be the person, because most people aren't going to come and look at an apartment building and say, I'm going to rob an apartment there, right? They're going to go for a house because it's less likely for neighbors and people to see you and people to be home, things like that. Somebody who actually knows the building, knows your routine, things like that. That's when you have a chance. So somebody's going to know that apartment very well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I had a
I
weird.
like how you. Sorry. I was saying I like how you you thought about it though already.
Yeah.
You thought about what you would do. I think that's good.
We didn't have anything before, and then Eugene Kwan was like, "Bro, I will send you this Olo knives. It's fucking sick, bro.
We should just reiterate, it's not that we didn't have anything.
Mhm.
It's that everything, all 800 knives that are here, the small.
Yeah, they're like, I
You
want to have
always
a
have
close blade that's like this big. That's gonna make me a little more menacing to a person because it's like, oh, it's this tiny Asian guy, like, you know what I mean? But he has this fucking thing, like whatever. We have mace in the house. We have like fucking, you know, just like. I'm not too worried about that because you're right. We are in a building.
Well, and the other thing is that we have
So-
security cameras in the, because like I said, we're on the first floor. So there are security cameras that are literally the outside of our front door is the mailbox. And right at the mailbox, there's a security camera. So
Can I tell you a story how somebody got me living on the 4th floor in an apartment building? Somebody, so I walked out of my apartment. And I was actually with my friends. So I walked out, security cameras and all. I walked out and there's an elevator in the middle of the hallway. And we all walked out together, right? Got on the elevator. We're not leaving for long. There was a lady. She actually hit on the side of the elevator. When we got on the elevator, she went for our door, went into the door, grabbed the purse, grabbed the phone, and then walked right out. So she was in there maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds, right? She didn't look around or anything. And I caught her in the car trying to steal the car. From the door. Yeah, on the phone, on our phone.
That's wild.
Yeah. When I seen her, I
You
was
were
so
with Kara already?
confused. Like, no, I wasn't with Kara, but at the time. But when I caught the lady, I was so confused because the car was our car, but like there was a different lady, so I just thought it was her car, right? Some cars look alike, but it was like, man, it looks so much like my car. I thought I parked there, right? And then I put it together, and she's got the phone, and we caught her. I pulled her out of the car, and yada yada yada.
Oh my God.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's the one nice thing about our apartment building is that the reason that I actually moved in here so many years ago was the family community.
Okay,
that's awesome. Older. So our next door neighbors are an older couple. Their son lives upstairs on like the 3rd floor with his kids. Yeah. And so he comes back and forth. They actually leave their door open.
Okay.
So they prop their front door open with a shoebox. So when we walk out most days, it smells delicious because she's always cooking.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
Next door, dude. She'd be cooking.
And right
up some
across the
shit,
hall
bro.
is another older couple, and their son lived with them for a while. He just moved into the building next door to us. He's the guy with Pitbull.
That dude.
So all of a lot of the area is families.
That's good.
They
That's
all,
so good.
So that's the biggest thing. And if somebody steps out of line, like they
correct
they
it.
have ways. Yeah.
Right.
They,
yeah, I get that. That's good.
They'll have the kids go and talk because they don't speak a lot of English. They speak all Spanish pretty much.
Right. But having a good, healthy
I had a
community
weird
like that.
guy fucking knock on the door today. I didn't tell you this.
Oh yeah. What do you
This
look
guy
like?
knocks on the door. He knocks on a bunch of people's doors. And it's a dude I've never seen before. He looked almost like a biker dude.
Okay.
And I opened the door, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I'm like, "Yeah, this is apartment 4."
Right.
And I close it, and then that's it. He was knocking on the other lady's door too.
You don't know where he was going or who he was looking for?
I don't know where he was going. When I went outside, he wasn't there anymore.
Huh.
That's weird.
Maybe he was looking for one of his sons.
I think maybe because our super fucking he looked like somebody that like works maybe in construction. Maybe he didn't have like a safety vest on, but he looked like that type of dude.
Yeah.
And maybe that he was working for
Maybe he was looking for a door that wasn't going to get answered because he had a crowbar in his coat.
Maybe that's why. He didn't have a coat on. He had a fucking wife beater on.
That's so funny.
No, dude, he fucking is Fast and the Furious 9, yo.
We've been talking about it because we have a new super. So our super left in like January.
Okay.
And I'd been with that super for 5 years. He was the reason I moved in the building was I liked the super. And so now we have a new super, and all of a sudden we are having, like COVID happened and we had a brand new barbershop next door. So it was very quiet. now business is really starting to pick up. So we have a lot of people that we don't know out front.
Okay.
A lot of people. So there's a lot of changes. I was telling Ray, it's like when I walk into the apartment, it feels like home. But when I'm walking,
how is it when you walk in just
and
now?
walking,
is it weird? Was there a lot of weird people?
There's just people I've never seen before that just sit outside and drink and talk.
Huh.
You know,
but it wasn't like that when you guys first got there, though.
Nah. It was like we knew the people a little bit more.
It was the same guy that would sit out front with his friends. And as I was telling Ray, it used to be that like the old Spanish couples that live next to us would actually go sit out front.
Yeah.
There's so many new people, they won't even go out front anymore.
Yeah.
So now everybody that we're used to seeing, we don't see anymore. Now it's just a group that, you know, they're at the barbershop and then they all leave, but it's right outside of our front, like not our front door, but like the front door of the building. So it's weird. Transitional.
The place like that I was just talking about, you know, this was years ago when I lived there. It was actually my first apartment. But yeah, like with the girl I was with at the time, like I would always, like if she was leaving, like I wouldn't let her walk in that parking lot without me watching her. Like it was just, you know, it was in a bad neighborhood, but
I don't like my girl really, like we don't go out at night here.
Right. That's kind of my point. Like I was going to get you, like, watch your girl's back, bro.
I mean,
we do not go out at night here.
I lived here.
My girl takes an Uber
from
her job, comes home and walks through the front door. That's what she does.
I'm highly alert though. So it's not like I don't walk stupid, if that makes sense. So when I walk, I actually normally keep my headphone off just enough that I can hear, but not enough that it's noticeable.
So smart. So smart.
And that way, if anybody is going to do something, I hear them coming up, and I normally will lower my music. But it's we don't necessarily live in like the best area.
It's not the best. It's not the worst. Yeah,
it's not.
I can imagine. This
part of the Bronx is
if you put it next to good places in America, you're probably in a bad area.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
but if it's next to bad areas, we'd be considered the good area. We're like right there in the middle.
Yes,
that's my point. Though, like obviously compared, like where I'm at, or where I was before, like compared to the South Side, you know, it's glorious, right?
Yeah.
But compared to nice neighborhoods, it was horrifying. Like it just depends on your perspective.
Well, and you have to understand, on our street alone, we have 3 high-rise residential buildings going up that will be filling up with people within the next 6 months.
Yeah.
So
we're in a good area now.
Yeah. So with us, it's like this. Well, I mean, we don't plan to stay in this place forever, but the rent is so fucking good here.
I know.
Like my girl is in a rent controlled apartment, and like, you know, getting a 2-bedroom, like getting a 2-room in New York City under $1,000 is impossible, and that's what we have.
Yeah. Right.
It's fucking insane. Like,
well, we don't have a 2-bedroom. We
have a
2-room. We have it's 2 rooms.
We have a 2-room kitchen bath for under $1,000. That is, you will get literally one studio that is so small for like $1,500.
Yeah,
that's what it costs here.
The housing market is ridiculous
it's
at this
insane.
point. So,
right,
I was going to ask you something about this because I'm glad my girl is here. So, you think that I should focus on one thing for my channel?
Absolutely.
So there is no way that I could have a channel that does podcasting, knives, games, and anime. There's no way, right?
No.
Absolutely not. That's not true.
It's not possible. I'm not saying like later you couldn't. I'm saying to grow to like a place to where you can basically do whatever you want, but getting there, right? It's just getting there. So you like, we're talking about playing the algorithm, right?
Yeah.
When you play the algorithm, you're trying to get an abundance of people that are most likely to find you from a topic or a phrase.
Yeah.
Right? So having, you know, like something like, say if you do like the podcast thing, right? And if you just let's say you just do podcasts, but on the podcast, they're pretty much similar every time around, the same subjects, the same talking points, the same, not saying you're talking the same like words every time, but I'm saying the topics, right?
Yeah, so it's like here's what podcasts are what I watch the most, right?
Yeah,
I watch mostly comedic podcasts. That's what I watch.
I do too.
I'm talking The Fighter and the Kid, Joe Rogan's, Tim Dillon, You know, Bad Friends, Tiger Belly, like the biggest comedy podcast is King and the Sting with Theo Von. Theo Von.
Congratulations.
But think about how they got there.
They do comedy.
That was right. So Joe Rogan he had his huge following from being a commentator and a comedian. He was also in little shows and stuff, but basically from that, right?
Yeah.
When he first started his podcast, he didn't have nobody.
He said nobody was watching it, but he did it for 10 years and then he got something.
When you look at Fighter and the Kid, you got a comedian and a fighter, right? So they had their following from that specific thing. So all I'm saying is that
but the thing with them, the Fighter and the Kid, right? Like is they did have a following, kind of like Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen did have a following, kind of.
Joe Rogan put them on.
He did, but at the same time, when they first started doing it, like not a lot of people were hopping on yet. But the fact that they did the same thing for a long time, I think they're up to like episode fucking 600 or something right now. Is how they built that following. They did the same thing. It was a fighter and a comedian that talked about stuff. They did current events.
But you notice how it was the same thing, though.
Yes.
It was the same thing across the board.
Do you think that I could do what I did with you tonight every single time with different people?
So that's what I'm basically saying, is that if you're going to do that, do that, right? If you're going to do that, go all in on that. Because put it this way, think about this. Think about how much energy you put into doing different shit.
It's
think about taking all that energy, and putting it into one thing.
Because I was talking to Jared, right? Because like I remember when I found Neve's Knives and they had like 100-something subs. And Jared right now,
you're
what
a
you got, like
commenter.
8K or something?
No, we're about to hit 10.
You see that? He's about to hit. How long have you had your YouTube channel?
2 years, but we only took it serious for a year and a half.
Yeah, so
the first 6 months we only posted a few videos.
Yeah, so you know, he is someone that I actually respect in the way that he goes about how he makes his content. He talked about like algorithm stuff with me that I never even like. The tips that you gave me, right? I've heard other content creators talk about it, but a knife person never fucking thinks about it. Never. They almost think it's distasteful.
I know. I've talked to a couple of them, and it baffles me how they actually think about it.
Like, you know what's crazy? Metal Complex doesn't know anything about what you just said.
Really?
Which is
I feel like he does, because he has to know where it's at, but
he definitely does. He knows a little
bit. He might be
lying. He knows a little bit about the title stuff and things like that. But when it comes to like fucking around with the algorithm, I mean,
look, he does what's that called? Like when you do catchy phrases, it's called something.
Clickbait.
Yeah, he does clickbait. So
dude, you know it's screwed up. Yo, you know what's crazy? You're right. So all right, so this is what I'm gonna do. We gotta make clickbaity titles when we do the vlog.
But you have to be honest. Clickbaity titles. Though.
You know what's crazy? There was one time I posted a vlog and it was like we almost broke up. And it fucking hit so hard.
Yeah, it did.
I bet it did, but you
that's
lied.
What I'm saying.
You lied though.
That's what but
no, he actually he said that
it hit
he
hard.
Was like, I almost broke up with you.
Yo, Carol, what's up, dude?
Hey!
What the fuck is going on here? Yo,
what is he?
So what was funny is like when I wrote that, I said we almost broke up. There was a situation that was funny that I caught on camera. Where like, you know, it
looks so cute. Sorry, I just had to say it. You look so cute.
That's
Thanks.
and
I washed my face. This is a natural glow.
Oh my
hey, everybody, give it up for Karen Eves.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just looked at the screen and I was like, oh my gosh, Kelly looks so beautiful.
Oh, no, I
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
It. Yay.
Yes, I'm getting this is the fucking thumbnail right here, yo. I've got ladies in the thumbnail.
Right?
It's gonna fucking
So that's
there you go.
Though. I'm like really fascinated by what you guys have been talking about.
I'm gonna put the title as Are We Swingers? And we're gonna get mad.
You know what though?
But then we should talk about that then. Do you know what I mean? Like that would be the subject to start talking about.
Oh
And,
my
like, at the
God.
beginning, you could have like a 5-second clip of us starting to talk about it.
Right.
I
Yeah.
wanted to say though on what you guys were talking about, because we live in this studio is in my space, so I've heard everything.
Yeah.
Except for when I was doing my tournament thing. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I think that you could do, it's all about like the phraseology and the niche you're gonna work towards. So I think that you could do a podcast that has multiple facets to it, but you have to title it in a way that those multiple facets can coexist together to where it makes sense. So like,
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to say is like, if your podcast is going to be about intelligence and learning, then okay, you can talk about anything under that, right? And people know that the main theme of it though is going to be learning, education, maybe animals, neurology, whatever, but it's all under that blanket term. So you're able to have a niche, but pull from a lot of different angles of it. And I think knives are so niche. But I think if you want to keep that as part of it,
He doesn't.
So here's the thing, right? It's like I really love the formula that the comedians are doing. Like Rogan will talk to anyone, right? And like, for example, one of my favorite podcasts that I did was when I had those Twitch streamers on here. Right. And we talked about that. And it was one of the easiest podcasts that I had. I also like talking to you guys. I just want to talk to people that I like and have them on here and just do what I like, literally what I did tonight with you. Right. Which I think is pretty entertaining. Like, is what I want to do.
So like if you were going to do that and play the algorithm, what you'd want to do is like say if we were going to do this all over again, right? All over again, we're going to start from the beginning. You're going to come up with a subject that we're going to talk about pretty heavily during that episode. Like whether we're going to watch or whatever. So then you can use that for the algorithm of YouTube, and you're going to do multiples of those. Kind of like, okay, so
that's exactly what I was trying to say. Is like you pick the one sort of niche thing, whatever it is, and use that as your guide so that the viewers and YouTube can connect those viewers to the thing they're looking for, right? And they can recommend it, and it makes sense to the algorithm.
Yeah, the algorithm has to be able to recommend it.
If you're just like podcast number 20 with Neve's Knives, that's not going to get connected with a lot of viewers, because who's really searching for that, even though they might like the content. So whatever the biggest chunk of your content is, title it that way. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. Yeah. I get it. I'm gonna
also doing multiples. Like if you have 20 of the same thing, right? And I mean literally like 20, 30 of the exact same thing, then you have a lot more likely chance of showing up on Steve's, shit, because he watches subjects like that. Well, if you only do one, it won't.
YouTube has literally, the YouTube algorithm straight from YouTube says that the more somebody can build up clout in a particular niche, like regular uploading in that niche,
like top 5 knives, right?
Videos in that niche, liked videos, that those videos will get recommended more, and that's from YouTube themselves.
I literally started doing top 5 knives, right? I'm getting almost 1,000 subs a month, and I did it off of doing top 5 knives. And I didn't do it once, I didn't do it twice, I did it about I don't know how many times, and I did it on purpose. And I told the viewers that I'm going to try to build my subscribers off of that, and I just kept doing different types, and and it makes it to where now anybody who types in like top 5 stuff, my thing's gonna pop up automatically. It has to.
So here's the thing, right? My thing is like, do I need a constant influx of knives to be able to do that? Right now, my collection is kind of bare because I just sent back everything that was loaned to me, and my new batch is coming in. I'm going to try that shit. I'm definitely going to try it. The problem is, here's the problem, okay? The problem is, I think I am not as into knives.
That's what I'm saying. Don't do knives. Don't do knives. Do your podcast.
But I love doing this. Like, I literally, we have spent our money to buy this fucking Roadcaster thing.
Invest it. Invest in a podcast.
Wrong with using the knife community as guests. It's
I love it.
Guests.
Like
And
I have
also-
Nick Shabazz next week and fucking Metal Complex.
Bang.
It's
There you
just a
go.
way to get exposure.
But
I
now-
mean, knife people like other things besides knives.
Yeah.
Do you know who Peter McKinnon is?
Of course.
Okay, you know he is obsessed with pocket knives. He
Yeah,
frequently
I know.
brings them
Pete's
into his
Pirate Life,
videos.
bro.
Right, so he gets to continue that and have it, but it's not the core of his channel. He
Yeah.
made the core of his channel another passion of his or another niche that he knew he could run with. I mean,
Mhm.
your niche would be podcasts, but there's nothing wrong with taking 5-10 minutes every podcast to gush over a few knives, you know?
Yeah.
I think you just need to start peppering in guests here and there that have nothing to do with knives.
Yes.
Or bring on a knife guest like us.
See,
and
I
let
think
'em
that's
know that
somewhat
it's
of a
gonna
bad
have-
idea. I think that's somewhat of a bad idea.
Why?
Okay,
That's what
because-
Rogan
Have
does.
knife people on
okay,
that
so-
aren't talking about knives.
Okay, so what I was going with was so like if nobody knows them, right? Your audience, right?
Yeah.
Your audience right now doesn't know who's coming on. They're not going to give a shit about their opinion because they don't know them. I'm not saying that it's not possible or that person has a following. If that person has a following, then that's different.
No,
It's
I said
different. Yeah, correct.
people, but have them not talk about knives. and stuff.
So what I'm saying,
with
what
me.
I think, like with the podcast, right? When you start a podcast, what is going to make that podcast big is the subject matter.
So
That's
The title.
the
I
title
want
and
to
the
touch a little
subject
bit
matter.
on that because when I had the Twitch streamers on, the very first thing I did was I played a game with them. And I
Okay.
said, look, you guys know nothing about knives, right? And they were like, no, I do
Okay.
not know
That's
absolutely
smart.
anything. And I said,
That's
okay,
smart.
we're going to play a game. I'm going to show you a couple of knives. And I showed them like 6 or 7 knives. And you were going to guess how much it is.
Okay.
And that is how I started the podcast.
But what did you name that podcast?
That's the problem. I wasn't thinking about how I would title something at the time.
Non-knife people.
Well, no, it could be like
checking out knives, like something like that.
streamers, fucking
Yeah, Twitch streamers check out
play-
knives for the first time.
Yeah, something like that. If
Yeah.
I did it like that, my problem is I didn't think about thumbnails and titles the way that I should be, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Now that we're at a good place, do you want to check out some current events?
Let's do it.
All right. So this is pretty cool right here. I've got this one. I don't know if you ever heard of this. Drake rented out Dodger Stadium to take out Brony Jr.'s teammate smoke show of a mom. All right. So he literally rents out. Can you see this?
I can.
So Drake spotted on a date at Dodger Stadium with Brony's teammate, Amari Bailey's mom. And this is like, let's see if we can click this right here. Oh, no, I cannot. Maybe I can zoom in this way. So like you can see Drake in the back right there. He rented out the entirety of the stadium, which kind of ruins it for us regular guys who don't have millions of dollars.
Right. Absolutely.
It's kind of fucked up. People tend to have very differing opinions on Drake, but let me stick my flag in the ground right here. Right now, that Drake is a stone cold boss.
Okay.
Some of you might remember that Kanye rented out Dodger Stadium to propose to Kim before he turned into a total weirdo. Well, Drake just did it for a casual date night. I mean, this guy. I mean, are we gonna be able to do that one day, Jared?
I hope so.
Look at this.
I'm
weird
definitely
shit
gonna
right
work towards it.
Jared don't give a fuck about basketball.
Well, no, he's just talking about
I know,
being able
just
to
kidding.
Look
drop
at Drake.
stuff.
You know what's mad funny? Look at Drake right here. They're like eating, and then there's just this weird guy.
He's just sitting there hanging out, listening to their topics and subjects, what they're talking about.
Do you like Drake?
I don't mind him. I mean, his music's
You know
pretty
what?
good.
You want to know?
I don't
what
get
my-
into.
No, I have
Damn
a
it.
fucking problem. I do.
Shit. Didn't even get the answer.
No, because it doesn't matter. Because
Okay.
everyone needs to know this, and more people need to know this.
Okay.
When I grew up, I
Yep.
was in the prime for that show Degrassi, that comedian show. Loved it. Okay, it was perfect for any like young adolescent kind of teenage girl, right?
yeah.
The drama, the boys, all that shit.
Yeah.
Degrassi was doing that stuff a little more edgy for its time, like like the smoking weed on TV, like that wasn't really a thing. So
Mhm.
anyway, in that show, Drake, whose real name is Aubrey, okay,
Mhm.
was a wheelchair Jimmy.
Yes,
He was
yes.
but like I knew that show, so like every time I look at him, I just
think
see
wheelchair Jimmy?
I also know that he was a very privileged child actor who got that role, grew up silver spoon, all that stuff. So sometimes, like when I listen to his lyrics, I'm just like, you know, you're just writing songs written from some ghostwriter, from some record player. You're rapping it. It has no soul or meaning to it. And I can hear that it doesn't because it's not his life. And it doesn't have to be somebody's life, but he can't even attempt to sing it with meaning because he doesn't even relate to it. His name is Aubrey. He's Wheelchair Jimmy. He's from Canada. I don't buy the Drake thing. I don't like it one bit.
Personally could give a fuck less as long as you got good music.
Like it.
You know what though?
I like it. That was good.
Some of those beats kind of bop though.
Yeah,
that's my point. Like if he's in a song, I'll listen to it. I don't.
But I gotta be honest. I'm not a Drake fan.
Yeah, I'm not.
I find him to be whiny.
I think it's so funny. I don't care.
My girl has Peloton, right? And she's riding the Peloton right now. And you could choose the music that you want.
Yep.
And she was like, I chose early 2000s like rap and R&B.
I thought it was
all.
I thought that it was 2000. That it was 2000 R&B, and I was like, oh, this is about to be popping.
Yeah.
I read it. It was 2010. It was all Drake. I was pissed. I literally was riding to finish the ride. I was like, no.
I have a funny story surrounding that same thing. So my dentist, when you go, allows you to pick out the music you'd like to listen to, and they use like Spotify or whatever. So it's all unedited. Okay.
Yeah.
And I love like 2000, like early 2000s R&B. That's my favorite. I love all of it. And so I'm like, well, can you just pick like a genre? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, what about like early 2000s hip hop? Thinking that would be like tame. I'm not expecting it to be unedited or whatever.
Yeah.
And like literally, as the dentist is like
back that thing up and shit.
No, it literally was like, drop that ass to the floor, you scared.
It was like, John, like, yeah.
So he looks over to his dental assistant, who was the one that turned it on for me, and he goes, "This the music you like, Cara?" And he says it.
Indian dude?
I can't answer. And this bitch looks back at him and goes, like, she knows I didn't pick the song. He asked if I asked for that song to be turned on.
Yeah.
And she goes, I mean, I don't really know. She just asked me and I turned it on. And I'm looking like I can't even talk. And I'm thinking like, I just said a genre. I did not do this. It was so awkward.
A genre is different from one song, right?
Yeah. I did not pick Lil Jon and the East Side Boys in particular.
I like them though. Like I like a lot of them.
Yeah, I'd have my mouth open. And literally you'd hear me like,
All right. I can literally listen to anything.
We've got another little news clip here.
Yeah,
so this British mom is under fire from her neighbors because their kids seeing her bare ass. Okay.
Oh, that's horrible.
So it would be much appreciated if you could at least shut your blinds when walking around naked around your house. My kids do not and would not like to see your ass out on the snow. Much appreciated. However, there is a thing here. So she was feeling very weird about it because the only time she could remember like walking around not fully clothed, she would be like in booty shorts. Maybe they're called French panties or something. And that would be to just turn the lights off at night. Right. So it's kind of weird, but at the same time, like, what are these kids? Like, are they like young boys? Because look, if this is the lady I was seeing and I was like fucking 10, I would.
What are you complaining about, right? Why are you complaining?
Or they got caught looking, so the mom felt like dealing like with it this way, like you slut sort of thing.
The mom is using the kids as leverage. The kids didn't bitch about anything. The kids never bitched. The kids literally probably have seen it, love it, never complained once. The mom next door, who's probably overweight and jealous and everything else,
or her husband staring at her.
Sees her walking around because their houses are probably 10 feet apart and she's probably got bright windows and everything. She's probably walking back and forth, and she might not even be naked. She probably just looks good in booty shorts, but she doesn't like every time she looks over, there's a more attractive woman than her walking around that apartment, and she doesn't want her man seeing the shit, and she uses her kids as the arguing point.
She used the kids
so
as
the question
leverage.
Is, Kara, how would you respond if this was a note to you? What would you do?
If it was a note to me, I would. If I first of all, I don't know that I would respond. But if I was gonna respond, it would probably have something along the lines of like, listen, I pay blah 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 for this property every year. I'll do whatever the fuck I want in it. If you don't like it, you can look the other way.
That's
It's
fair.
like,
I would just literally start wearing clothes, and I would open up every window.
Well, I mean,
and then I would probably get a neon sign that says "Stop looking."
So like there's a certain point where you want to do that, right? But then there's also the certain point where somebody's, because like if they can see it through their window, then they can record it and play it to anybody.
True.
It's
So,
true.
so I mean, you would wind up probably.
Well, Ray will tell you that I kind of happen to do that periodically.
You do that shit anyway. But look, if we had big windows and you were walking around nude, they would think I'm a pedophile because you're 4'10". I mean, like, you're 4'10".
You tell your daughter to put
you're 4'10" with A cups, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Fact. Hashtag so true.
All right, now I'm going to share with you guys. And let's get to the next story right here. This is a crazy one. I don't know if you guys have heard of this story. By the way, I stole all of these current events from The Fighter and the Kid, which is like
fine. That's fine.
They are.
Here you go. Okay.
News.
So I don't know if you've heard of this story where there was this California prison guard who like was having sex with an inmate.
Okay. Yeah,
and like she literally had like 11 prisoners like watch them have sex. She would cut like a hole in her pants so they could like, you know, like do it quickly. And this is the lady right here. She's going to prison. But
man, good for them.
The sentence was delivered Tuesday by Judge Michael Idiart in Fresno County, followed by testimony by Assistant Sheriff Steve McComas, who said the actions of former county jail guard Tina Gonzalez were something only a depraved mind can come up with, reports the Fresno Bee. And I know I don't just have this article here and this picture, but I've gone through great lengths to find this lady's Instagram.
Yeah, also have her pants at the hole.
Oh, no.
We're gonna check out her Instagram right now. And
no shit.
God.
She's getting some exposure.
I mean, that is one lucky prisoner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, there's some good looking prisoners too, you know. So my opinion is she's got something wrong with her mentally. She's probably not that.
She was married, actually.
I don't doubt that either, but I'm just saying,
that's my point. About the thrill on that, I bet.
Well, I mean, and there's something very insecure about her. There's something. She's a toxic person.
The attention. You know how much attention as a guard. First of all, I'm not trying to sound. I know that some people will see this as sexist or something.
Yeah.
I do not think a female, especially one that attractive, should be guarding men.
Yeah, like who hired her to do this shit?
Right.
It has nothing to do with the defense. I don't have the confidence that this woman could defend herself if the whole prison decided to turn on her. Because let's be real, most jails and prisons, it is one guard for a whole pot of people, and that's it. Tell me what this woman's gonna do. Nothing.
So, she's gonna fuck them.
Aside from that, I don't care about all the training. Men are gonna be looking at her.
She should be in the female unit.
That's gonna be a problem. They don't put men in the female units. Why should they put female in the men's units? Because this is the shit that
and
happens.
It doesn't matter what they look like. They get catcalled, harassed, and now don't get me wrong, like those like there's lots of repercussions for that shit, but yeah, come on. Hustle hard. Look, she got hustled real hard.
Tough times don't last. Tough people do. And I think she has some stories here. Let's check it out. Jesus Christ. All right.
She's not in prison?
She is going in prison. No, but she does post. She's got 36,000 followers on Instagram. I think it was due to The Fighter and the Kid talking about her.
Yeah, more than likely.
I mean, that lucky prison guard. I
know. Look,
I feel good for those guys.
Yeah, good for those guys.
Hold on, wait, go back.
Yeah, no, the Instagram?
No, go back to them because I want to have a conversation about it.
All right.
I don't know. I stand very different about the topic, and I'm going to throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really interesting that she's going to go to prison, but how many male guards have fucked female prisoners with no repercussion? I think jail time is absolutely absurd. And she may have some daddy issues or really like porn.
That was my point. Yeah.
Right. But she may really like porn, but it is nothing in comparison to some of the fucked up stuff that male guards have done to female prisoners and inmates.
For sure. How many?
I'm Googling this right now.
How many? Do you think she's going to be allowed to have a male guard?
I said,
but I also think that there's a big difference because I think that a lot of times with the female prisoners, it was not consensual. And so that's even worse. Is that I think there's a lot.
I'm sure it's also there's a lot that use it as leverage. Like I've known a lot of prisoners, okay, a lot, and a lot of female ones, and I know a lot of them that used sex as a leverage versus the COs.
Because even if it's consensual, the law looks at it as non-consensual because of the authority aspect.
Yep.
So no matter what, even if they're like, yes, absolutely, it's automatically not consensual. But as Jared said, that is a common hustle in prison to try to get a male guard to cross the line
or female
as leverage, and now you can get them to do and bring whatever into jail. Very common hustle. But it also, I'm sure, 100% happens for real in real ways.
In toxic ways. But
I just think it's so funny that it's a headline because she's so stunning. Because she fucked a dude in prison. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but most women would fuck a dude in prison if they were that bored and they were given the opportunity.
Most dudes would fuck anything.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like not for nothing, but if she had a shitty relationship and we don't know what went on in her personal life, I'm just kind of like, I think it's really shitty that it's blown up and it's just because she's a beautiful woman.
I think about it kind of like the teacher with the student thing, right?
Who is still married to the kid, by the way.
All right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal, okay? Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Talk about it.
I understand that if a teacher has an inappropriate relationship, a male teacher with a girl,
kill him.
But let's say some 13-year-old stud
high five
has sex with a teacher that's like pretty hot.
High five.
Like fucking, Mrs. Riley or whatever from English class.
Good for him.
That is that kid gonna be psychologically scarred, or is he gonna have confidence for the rest of his life?
No, if he says he is, he's fucking full of shit. He's full of shit. Then there's no fucking way. Any boy at 13 years old, testosterone's going through the roof, and he's trying to put his dick in anything. If it's a teacher, and she's fine or everything. The thing is, though, is like, what's wrong with that teacher?
Dude, what do you do though if your kid? All right, this is hypothetical.
Nothing wrong with the boy, but there's something wrong with it.
Hypothetical right here. You guys have a son. All right.
Yeah.
He comes home. He goes up to Jared and he's like, "Dad, I gotta tell you something."
He wouldn't whisper it. I'll tell you that much.
Do you fucking take action though? Because
I give him a high five. I give him a fucking high five, and I give him some money and tell him to, what to get her.
What to get her?
Are you asking? Would you take action legally against the teacher?
No, because look, like you have to kind of show because
I think that teacher could be a creepy pedophile still, because if she's doing it to a 13-year-old, would she do it to a 10-year-old? You know what I mean?
No,
you don't.
No, because a 10-year-old's not gonna like the erection's different. Like it's.
I'm not saying.
I hate to go that far, but
there's a lot of things that you can.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I'm saying that the only thing that would make me want to, if we're talking about 13, especially, that's very young.
It is.
Yep.
And if the teacher is like 20, whatever, 30 something, whatever, that's very, very fucked
It is
up.
weird.
I would never get mad at my son.
It's only weird on the teacher's side.
What if the kid was 16?
If it high five.
Yeah. What if the girl was 16?
Oh, I'd kill the motherfucker.
All right, but how about this? Kara, what do you think about the Fast and the Furious star who died, Paul Walker? Good looking dude?
I would have to see a picture to answer.
Paul, Dom's
I know what
friend.
he looks like, but I don't know the
Think
way
of a good-looking dude. He's just trying to make a point.
Right.
I'm
going to show you right now. Okay, that way. I just because I want to point out something here.
There is definitely double standards.
Okay, so I'm going to show you right now. What Paul Walker looks like. Okay, so this is the guy that died in Fast and the Furious. So decently good looking dude, right?
Well, he's actually very good looking.
Okay,
he's a stud.
He is like, he was so hot for his time. He passed away, R.I.P.
Driving my car.
But people forgave him because when he was dating a girl that was 16 and he married her when she was 19. A lot of people, this kind of like
I don't care about
the
that.
rug. But I'm saying though,
16 though,
he was forgiven. He was forgiven.
In California, 16.
No, because but look, you don't want to get off on a technicality, right?
No, I'm just curious if what he was doing was illegal or not.
They're saying that he a lot of the criticisms against him was like he was grooming her, because at 16, when you're with this fucking celebrity, sorry baby, you're with this celebrity that's like hot and good looking, and then at 16 you're like, he's everything, right? Think about what you were when you were 16.
Power standards, yeah.
There is no way you're not gonna fall in love with this guy.
Anybody and picked a 16-year-old. That does make me
How
wonder
old
where
was
his head
he
is
when
at.
they
You know what's crazy is they were madly in love though. They got
That's what I'm
married.
saying. How old
They had a
was he?
relationship.
He was in his 30s.
Oh, he was in his 30s.
When she was 16?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So
There was a
that's
20-year difference.
crazy. I think it should be 18, but
yeah.
But like with the
they
teachers,
did end up
that's
together.
different.
They ended up together. They ended up madly
I
in
get
love
it.
for
I get
real.
it. Mhm.
So is it like, I mean,
You can't hate
Ellen
it
looks
years
like
later,
16
but you
sometimes.
can.
I will be 16 forever.
I mean, back in the day, that was
That was
not
normal. Yeah, that was
would've
normal.
Never been looked at strange.
No, that would have been normal. Back
Man,
in
we
the day.
fucking got
Yeah,
to some fucking topics tonight, dude.
Yeah, it's different.
You know what's crazy is we should have done this from the very beginning. You both should have been on, and we could have been talking about all this weird shit. Mrs. Polakis in 5th grade was like fucking slamming hot, dude.
All
And
my teachers were old. And
I did the
Yeah,
stupidest thing. I did the stupidest thing. We went to go because she was still working in the elementary school when I must say I was like maybe fucking 17 or something, and like me and my friends who are still friends today went to see her, and like we were in front of her class. She was teaching gym at the time. She was a history teacher when I and my homeroom teacher, and I was like, dude, this is so embarrassing. So we were all like taking turns like talking about her, and then I was like, yeah, Miss Polakis was always so pretty, and I said it in front of like these 1st graders, and they thought I was so weird. And like it was dead silent, bro. I'm talking like I thought that I was gonna get a rise out of people. Like, yeah, you're right. You know what I mean?
There was just an echo in the room.
Bro, it was literally like this.
Yeah.
Bro, I felt so bad.
Yeah.
Like I was wearing Jenko jeans and shit. I thought it was cool.
I remember those.
I comfortably say that I was never attracted to my immediate teachers. But when
but you had a North Carolina pool, man. I was in New York City.
When I got into working out, there's a bodybuilder who I work out with, and he is a stud.
Yeah.
And we got to talking one day, and we were always friendly. And he goes, "I'm a school teacher," and without even realizing it, I was like, "Oh no, I would have been in massive trouble. I would have been dropping pencils and asking you to pick it up for no reason." This dude was, and I mean, full like bodybuilder, he was always had that huge lunchbox with him and the gallon of water always,
and it just had like
it was
chicken
like on
breast
wheels,
in it and rice.
and it was literally that huge cooler that you would take to the beach that's on wheels, and that was his lunchbox. Oh my God. That's what I meant by lunchbox. That man was, and I remember thinking, you know what? If my school teacher, I didn't think, I said it to him. My school teachers look like you, I would have been expelled alone.
But those teachers know that, right? Those teachers know that the guy teachers, like I remember being in school,
they're very aware that
they're
all the
very
girls
aware,
are
very
There
aware.
was somebody, I don't even remember, but we had one of those in our school somewhere that all the girls.
There always is
giggling.
one.
You know, my thing was I always thought that was so dumb. Like when I was sitting in class watching the other girls, oh, Mr. So-and-so's hot, blah, 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 like whatever. I just remember thinking like, you girls look so dumb and naive.
Don't have a
right
chance.
now, like, and they really would like really crush. Like, I really saw girls really like crush on teachers before. Like, and I'm just
weird.
Like,
did you like boys at the time?
I liked boys. But
Did you like boys at the time?
I felt like
Kara?
teachers were maybe, and maybe
she was into girls at that
relate. Like I felt like as a girl, there was a stereotype that I didn't want to fit into, and the stereotype was girls who were attracted to teachers. So in my book, immediately, and I don't care what anybody says, you can turn off attraction regardless of somebody, like if they're good looking or not. Just especially based on like if you go into your workplace and you don't shit where you sleep and you know you're not going to date your coworker, it doesn't matter.
You automatically just
doesn't matter.
I think
I tell them that about the gym.
Girls are
Like,
different.
no.
Boys don't
Girls are different.
control like that. I'm going to tell you this right now. Like I remember I had one of my friends that were girls like left one of her shirts at my house, and like that whole week my guy friends were coming over and we were like smelling that shirt. You know what I'm saying? Boys are on a different fucking level when they're 13 to whatever. We're like, oh, they're like, oh, it smells so good. Check it out, bro. And it's like it was a Calvin Klein like crop top or something. And we're like, what the fuck, bro? Oh shit. Is this a Kathy shirt?
Yeah. Yeah, you boys are weird.
What do you mean?
You know, I had a weird thought about attraction actually today. We were in the store. Sorry, my hair is bothering me today.
Okay.
We were in the store. Or no, I was in the store by myself the other day, and this guy walks by me, right? And he actually looked a lot like Paul Walker, like just like
shit.
that, but with tattoos. And I mean, obviously his face was a little different and whatnot, but you know, he just was kind of like that classic, what you would picture as attractive.
Okay. Yeah.
I had this and I logged that in my brain, right? Like human, male, attractive, right? And I realized that the day that I actually truly fell in love, right? And like got in this very meaningful, committed relationship, obviously with Jared. The way that I view attraction is totally different than it was prior to that, even in other relationships, because obviously there was some level of commitment or something that I didn't have in those. But it's weird. It's like I log it in my brain and acknowledge it and notice it. But that's it. There's no like feeling attached with it.
Yeah.
That, like,
Exactly. You know? This is why I like talking to other couples that are like us who are actually in love with each other, is that you can acknowledge that another person is attractive. That doesn't mean I want to do shit with that person.
Right.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people that
we talk about that all the time. We have no problem.
Our favorite thing to do when we're on a date is to like
check out other people.
Yeah, we're like, it's like, what do you? No, my favorite game is I'll be like,
Tinder date.
Yeah, I'll be like relationship or Tinder date, right? And we look at this couple and they're like walk in and it's like, no, they're fighting, yo. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and they're like, yo, that dude is yacked, and he's like, oh my god, like, you know, that girl's like really pretty or whatever.
Yep.
And there's like no hard feelings about it, but I think that's what like. You know, when you're in a good relationship, like that's stable,
a healthy relationship.
Exactly. You can do that.
When we go out on dates, I will notice a guy's arm because of what Ray is trying to do. And I will catch myself staring at a guy. Whereas in a normal relationship, that would make somebody really uncomfortable. I will straight out say, is that how you want your arms to look?
No,
look at this guy's arms; they're yacked, and he'll go, "Oh my god!" And it's never.
Let's make it clear here, okay? What? I fucking notice a yak dude before you do.
Sometimes
because I go out
you're a guy. Yeah, you're right. Oh, guys notice guys before girls.
Yoked, yo, and then he's like standing on the bus, and I'm like, oh, I was like, you think he's gay? And then she's like, yeah, there's a little bit of sugar in that tank.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Sometimes he doesn't pick up on it though.
Yeah.
But it is very different, and I can appreciate that. Today we had I had the same thought because we had a couple come in that were buying CBD, and it's just me there, and I'm helping them out. And I'm not thinking anything of it. And the guy's really attractive, and the girl's very pretty. And the guy is the one who's thinking about buying something, so he's asking the questions. And I started to read because I'm making direct eye contact with him, and I know he's attractive and I'm not bad looking. And I know I can see her body language change. And immediately I stop the conversation with him and transition to her.
Yeah. Right? I like at Starbucks. I'm telling you.
It's wild.
Where you were going with that the second you said it. And it's funny, I talked to my team, which are all females. Okay. So and a lot of them are very good looking girls. So I was talking to my team one time and we all agreed on this. So like, it's not just me, it's not just you. It's like a lot of females in any type of service industry. And we were talking about how like, if there's a girl and a guy and the guy's the one doing the ordering or whatever, and maybe he makes a joke or you do, and it's like not flirting, but just service, right? We're getting paid to be nice. So for us, it's not like flirting, but you'll see a girl take it like that. And you can feel that shift. Even if you're totally stoic, you'll feel that shift sometimes. And we talked about how like we will make sure that we make the girls drink first and hand it out first and not make the guys drink first, because you don't want to be perceived as like you're putting this guy first and she's invisible, and like, what do you think you're gonna do this right in front of me? I had a girl pop off one time and say something.
Wow.
Because of that exact situation. She told me to pay more attention to my work and not her man.
Oh shit.
I told her, I said, maybe if you pick your phone, your head up out of your phone and actually order your drink, you'd notice that I got a ring on my left finger and that I don't give a shit about your man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me personally,
Mr. Chavez says otherwise.
But I also think that a lot of that comes from, and I hate to say it like this, but it's a lot of it's a lot of insecurity, and women are taught.
She's like that because of him, to be honest.
Yeah, but women are taught to go against other women. So this is something I always talk to Ray about, is that we, I firmly believe that it is hard, and women have to actually take time to think about it. Like, do you actually not like a girl, or is there something about the girl that you are putting against yourself? And it's spiking your insecurities, and so there's a lot of, because women tear other women down. Like, for example, I was watching, a little TikTok clip, or maybe we were watching, I don't know. Anyways, there was one about a guy who was cheating on his girlfriend, and then he hid her up top in, like, there was a little ledge because his girlfriend came home, and there was a little ledge. And so this girl that he's cheating with is up top, and the girlfriend comes into the bedroom and is checking underneath the bed, and she knows something's going on. And then she realizes that the other girl's up top. And instead of going after the guy, of course, she goes after the girl.
Right.
And I've always wondered, like, why?
Yeah.
Like, you're not in a relationship with a girl.
Yeah.
You're in a relationship with a dude.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's always, I always think about it in that aspect where
I do too. I don't think it's the person that's their's fault. I think it's the person that you're with.
Right.
The person. But like, if I approach a man and a woman, like, I won't even look at the girl. I will give the man the respect and look at him because I'm a man, right? I'm not going to do that.
Service,
it's difficult. Yeah, correct.
And that is the person who is ordering, and they're together.
Oh, I understand. I'm not saying like in that. I'm just saying, like, if I'm approaching, right? If I'm approaching and I see a man and a woman, I'm not going to walk home and start talking to his girl before I talk to him. I'm going to introduce myself to him and talk to him. And if she gets in the conversation, whatever, right? But I'm not going to walk
super friendly, so I just wave at everybody.
I don't
as
even
I approach.
know if I would approach anybody.
I'm saying if you had to. I'm saying, like,
nobody be mad at me. I'm lost.
Well, like, for instance, like, if I've seen it at work or something, like if somebody like drops like their credit card behind them and they don't know.
Yep.
If it's a couple, I'm going to pick it up. I'm not going to go run up and tap on the dude's shoulder and be like, hey, excuse me, you lost your card. I'm going to run up and either just say, excuse me in general, or if I had to pick someone specific, I would go to the female. I feel like that's kind of just natural respect. Like, if I'm another female, to just approach your man. I know it's not like that big of a deal, and it would probably go unnoticed for the most part, but I feel like it's a certain level of respect. Because I just put myself in the other shoes. If some random girl, just came up and started talking,
I think with women it's different though. I think it's because like with men, there's always the threat of a fight. There's always, right? And with me, right? I'm not a jealous person, but I am a very protective person. Right. Like, I'm very territorial. I'm very protective. And like, if I even get the fucking hint that like that she feels threatened in any way, I'm the same. Quick. I might even be wrong, right? Like, that's just the way I am. Yeah. So, but I'm not like jealous in any way. It's just I'm just territorial, right?
I like that. I'm not jealous. I'm protective. That's a good quote.
But
that's true. Yeah.
But you know what?
I do the same shit.
In today's day and age, you have to be.
Yeah.
Because the hard part is if somebody drops something, let's say they drop their credit card, for example, years ago, it would be somebody left something behind and I would chase them down the street with it. Right. And today,
here you go.
Get away with doing that because somebody's going to think you're chasing them to hurt them. And all of a sudden it becomes an issue.
Or it could be a hoax and you could be getting robbed.
Yeah. Like you just don't know today.
Set up.
And so it's very, very different. I personally speaking, when somebody leaves something behind, like to pretend, although I know exactly who it belongs to, but in a group of people, I will pretend that I don't know. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. This was left behind. Is this somebody's here? And immediately the person who it is, that way I'm never like calling somebody out and going, you did this.
Right. And I can understand it from a female's perspective. I personally would just give it to them, but like, I'm not really, but I could completely understand that. Yeah. I think sometimes, and this is no disrespect to females, but I think sometimes females don't even realize the positions they can put themselves in.
Oh yeah, me.
In a threatening
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
I've seen some of the craziest shit happen in my life. So I think about those times, and I see sometimes girls putting themselves in positions like, man, you're lucky right now that person isn't that type of person. Right?
Yeah, because sometimes they could. I mean, I see that even though Kelly is very aware of her surroundings, but
she seems like
sometimes I still see it. I'm just like, you're getting a little too close to this weird person.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, 'cause in New York City, it's like we're cramped in all the time. And I always try to shield her in case something happens.
Yeah.
You know, but I
will admit this about myself.
Aware, bro. I like,
I am.
Like all this Stop Asian Hate shit. Like I my head is like I am a sentry, like a fucking lighthouse. I can see fucking everything. Like I'm looking at literally everything.
But see, there's also a big difference though, because Ray, especially talking about the train, Ray, if something happens and he gets uncomfortable, he gets up and moves.
I go to the next train right away.
The
I don't
problem
even,
with that, no, there's not. And when we're together, we do that. But when I'm alone, the problem with that is it draws attention to you individually.
Yeah,
So
there's a way to do it accordingly, right? Like the other day, we were walking.
Play it slick, like, bro.
Pretend like you got a really important phone call and you want to get to a quieter car.
Just get up and
where
move.
It's like more natural, because if you look like you're trying to move away from somebody, if it's that type of person, that's gonna make them want to fuck with you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Sometimes in the back of my head, I wish a motherfucker would. Right, but in reality, I don't want that, right? Because I don't want to go to jail.
I don't want to deal with any of that shit, bro.
There was a situation.
I don't give a fuck if I could even fuck him up. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't have.
That's
time.
my point. That's my point. That's why I'm saying, like, I really don't.
It's gonna swing. You're not.
No, you never know what somebody's capable of.
Yeah.
No, there's so many things.
A lot of things.
So many
ways
to look at it.
A few months ago, we were walking back from the gas station, and I had noticed these kids, they're a bit rowdy, you know, maybe ages 12 to 15, big group of kids walking home. And all of a sudden this car, and it's a busy road we're walking on, this car stops on the left lane of this road. I
knew right away.
And
I just instantly grabbed her.
Saw that car stop. Like, I'm looking at it like, wow, why is this car stopped?
I grabbed her and was already crossing.
He had me moving across the street while I'm still looking like, what's going on? But like, he noticed that like this car had stopped. The guy had gotten out. His body language was
I
like
could see
fight.
it.
But listen, the body language that this guy wanted to get out and fight these kids, it was minimal. Like, I was still putting together, like, why is this car stopped? Why is this guy getting out? I didn't even realize he was going towards the group of kids until it was more obvious. But his body language, for all you knew, he had a flat tire or something and was getting to the other side of the road, but like he noticed it immediately. But then all of a sudden, you know, they started arguing and stuff. I don't know what they did to the guy, but they did something.
I had already grabbed her. I already grabbed her and was crossing the road. I knew the second that car stopped and I seen him get out, I seen every fiber in his being. He was going after somebody.
Do you remember though when we got to the other side, I slid out and I had the little like mini Doman in my hand and I was like, I was ready.
The funny part is that I would take I know this is controversial, but I would rather be around any uncomfortable adult man than around a group of teens.
Oh,
like
1,000,000%.
teens freak me out in large groups, especially in New York City.
Yeah,
and the difference is like
they're trying to prove themselves.
Yeah, that they've got shit to prove, and I don't want to be the person they want to prove it on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And judgment calls aren't fully there because they don't have life lessons yet. They haven't.
No, and that could be a 15-year-old that looks like an 18-year-old. Say if I hit somebody, right, and I think he's a 20-year-old man, and then he winds up being 15.
Yeah, then you're the one in trouble.
Going to prison. I'm going to prison.
And it's wild. So I literally like, and it's not like I would look for the sketchy looking old dude versus a group of teens. Like, hey, I'm gonna stand next to you because feel safer. But you know.
And he's just like, it's okay.
And he's like,
right.
You want to buy me? I know.
Don't worry about
buy me Starbucks.
I think, oh, I got you by your titty. You're falling down the stairs.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
so
don't fall.
So funny.
Yeah, I got you by your titty. That's scary. I love that.
Oh man. Guys, you guys have broken your own record of being the longest podcast again.
Oh,
wow. We're interesting.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
the four of us are just we're synergy.
Yeah. You know what sucks though is that it seems like the end is always so much better than the beginning. right? And you wish people could start from the end and watch it back. Don't you? Don't you?
Here's the thing, though. Like, should I just go about the way I did the second half of the show and just put it at the front?
You could.
You could.
Or do I just talk? Because usually what I do is I kind of like talk to the person and like we get a feel for each other, and then I move into the more like fun stuff. So like if it's a knife person, I will do a little bit of knife talk. If it's a person that has nothing to do with that, like I'll ease them into it. It's usually how I do it. I do think you're right that I am spreading myself thin in terms of the kind of content I make. So if I'm just going to vlog and do podcasts, that is what I should do. And that is actually the two things that I enjoy the most.
You'll make it so much better. Because you'll be able to put so much effort into that. You'll literally be able to think about all your topics, all your talking points, the things you want to ask, the things you want to look at, so much better and more appropriate.
I definitely think
if that's all you're focused on.
I think the planning, like he was saying before I even got over here, like Jared was saying, like planning an idea and making sure that that idea at least is maybe a good 20% of the conversation, and having that be the title,
the backbone.
Or if something hilarious or funny happens and becomes a big centerpiece of the show, like not that this would be it, but like me entering unexpectedly, you can use that type of stuff. Like you name the title and then
Kara crashes our party.
No, you don't even give that much info away. Surprise, unexpected guest at the end. You know, like, and use.
Bro, Are We Swingers is the name of the fucking title, featuring Neeve's Knives. That I'm telling you right now, motherfuckers gonna click on that shit.
Well, yeah, but like, say if we're not on, right? If we're not on and it's somebody else,
Jared's embarrassed. He doesn't want the world to know the truth.
Having a like, obviously if you have people on, right, that are going to generate views, you go with that. That's a fucking given, right? But if not, then have it be the subject matter. And because you can play the algorithm with YouTube, like think about this, like think about just like things like, and I'm just going to go off the cuff with this, but like say if you went with like say something in politics that everybody's spreading, right? Or say something in
some kind of like news topic that I want to talk about with somebody.
Something in nature maybe, or whatever. But you know, like there's a million people out there that are fucking literally typing that in their computer right now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So they're going to find
I got them. Yeah, I'm definitely going to think about it, and I appreciate you giving me the advice, because it's refreshing to talk to somebody, especially in the knife community, who thinks about these things. There are not a lot of people that do that. I think you are one of them. Everyday Minimalist is another one. You know, these guys that play the algorithm so well that I just showed you his TikTok page. Dude's got 543K on TikTok.
Gotta get on TikTok
doing EDC content. I mean, that's fucking insane.
It is.
But yo, thank you guys for fucking hopping on. Kara, thank you for having
us, man.
At the end, you know, you're playing what, like COD or something, or like?
I had agreed to do basically I wouldn't call it a tournament, but basically somebody that I was playing with needed to like achieve something, but it was going to be a long haul, so I basically was there for the ride. But we were doing the Black Ops Cold War.
Yeah.
Nice.
A couple different game modes.
Why don't you stream on Twitch, dude?
Because
is it like the PC like money thing probably, or?
Well, yeah, I don't have a PC, but I mean, I think all I really would need, honestly, is a face cam.
And
a capture card. Which
so like I just got my capture card.
Expensive right now for some reason.
Dude, I was telling Jared earlier, Everyday Minimalist, who we were just talking about, is a big TikToker, pretty big on YouTube. He's got like 8.4K right now in less than a year.
Got 600,000 on TikTok.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, so 600,000 on TikTok.
He builds professional gaming rigs, like for gamers. He works for the company called Zydax. And he offered me a rig last year that was around like 1125.
You're talking about like a PC?
Yeah, I didn't jump on it, right? But then like the craziest thing happened. I have a homie who works in Bitcoin who's been my best friend for like over a decade. He just Venmos me $1,200 and he goes, says, I want you to stream on Twitch.
That's amazing, man.
So I hit up, of course, I hit up Brandon, Everyday Minimalist, and he hooks me up with a PC that's like usually $2,300. He gave it to me for $11.99.
Dude, that's so awesome, bro.
That's what I'm using. That's what I'm streaming on right now. That's why I could do HD streaming.
Yeah, it looks great.
And then I
we look like shit next to you guys. Thanks a lot.
No, dude, your video
no, you guys look pretty good.
No, your video and audio quality is actually very good. And I've had a dude. This is the 121st episode of Everyday City Carry, and I've talked to many a guest, and you guys have one of the best setups like I've had on here
so
right
we
now.
Need to come on here more.
Yep.
Dude,
yes,
I will.
Yes, that is exactly what we're saying.
I'm gonna take what you told me and try to do podcasts pertaining to a certain topic, and I will have guests that I mesh well. With together.
So smart. Think
And
about
that's
Joe
what I'm gonna
Rogan and like
fucking-
Brendan Schaub, right?
Yeah.
Because they were so good together.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna do that, but I really, truly, hats off. And my heart goes out to you guys for doing this, because this is going to be a really great episode and people are going to enjoy it. Everybody, give it up for Neve's Knives. Yay! This is your boy in the NYC and your girl Kelly and Neve's Knives saying peace and good night.
Bye.
Oh shit, I'm going to end the thing right.
Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.